London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olo province of Biafra land. Today is the 12th day of July, being Tuesday, 2022. Honestly, I've been here, but I was having technical issue. I think it's internet connectivity. I didn't know what happened. You know, so sometimes it happens anyway. So, but we must continue. I think everything is okay because I want to come on when everything is fixed, because I've been here since 1 hour, over 1 hour, I should say. But once again, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well wishers onto this hallowed platform where we preach the gospel of truth, the gospel of liberation, the gospel of liberty. Here, our leader instituted enlightenment, and I say this is the highest gift that you can give to human beings, humanity. Enlightenment, to make us think, use our brain. Use our brains, make good use of our brains, instead of behaving like animals that only their brain is only used for looking for food. Sometimes I used to watch animal behavior. I used to bring out time to watch a documentary on animal behavior, and I say, look, it's a pity. It's a pity. That is why even I have animals in my house. I have them. So I used to watch them. Their ultimate focus is food, their stomach. That is, animals. Do not forget that animals, they have brain also. Animals have brains also. But their brains is only used for food, feeding, looking for food. What they will eat immediately after they will go to toilet and continue searching for another one. Now, the question I used to ask ourselves is this, or I want us to be asking is this: what is the difference between you and the lower animals? When you don't think about the future generations, when all that matters to you is everything converted into money, cash, liquid cash, bank transfer, that is what matters to you, so that you can build a big house, so that you can ride a big car and go and take a chieftaincy title. It makes you are nothing, no difference from ordinary cat, from a cat, pussy cat. Because once a pussycat is hungry, it doesn't care. It will worry you. It will go everywhere until once you bring food, you can use that food to, even if you put the food poison, it doesn't care. You will finish it. The consequence, if you finish and die, that is it doesn't care, because that is where the brain reaches. Here on this hallowed platform, we are following the route of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in expediting enlightenment. We want us to be reasoning beyond money, beyond your immediate your immediate problem, your immediate stomach. That is what makes you an advanced animal. The other day I warned, I said, look, the way I'm seeing things, according to Charles Darwin's evolution, the Homo sapiens we are today, human beings, we left the ape, which is nearest to human being. We left them. We were once together. We came from them, according to the theory of evolution. Now we left them behind. You understand? Under natural selection, we left them behind, and they continue staying there in that state they were for millions of years. Now Homo sapiens developed and left them behind. Now my fear is that the Caucasians will not leave black people behind, so that in the next maybe 2,000 years, Caucasians will be using black people, go back to using black people as lower animals in the zoo, whereby they can develop flying objects into space shuttles. They can now be going to holidays in Jupiter, in Uranus, in Neptune, in Mars, in different other planets. That time you cannot develop wing and fly as a black person, as an African. Now we'll be left here on earth. That will be total discrimination and segregation, because you will never be allowed to follow them, to travel to visit that outer another planet. What I'm telling you is the fear I'm seeing. If black people continue like this, without looking for development, without looking for a space in history, as President Sarkozy said, he mentioned that black people don't look for space in history. They don't move themselves into the future. They only remain stagnant. As it uttered in our book, as we used to pray before. The same thing. No changes. And no care to change. As far as you are doing that thing and getting food and eating, you are satisfied. We should look inward. Here on Radio Biafra, we always yap ourselves so that we can start reasoning. That is the objective. It's not maybe criticizing so that to kill ourselves. No. But for us to start reasoning like others. Because it is very shameful that anywhere you go in this planet Earth, black race is at the bottom layer. I say anywhere in this planet Earth. Forget about 1, 2, 3 few people that are always drinking coffee with they take the brightest. Yes, but as a community, a failure, always a failure. Don't you ask yourself why? Don't it make you reason and fear about the future? This is why we are doing what we are doing, in order to restore a nation that it will be, futuristic oriented. People that thinks reasons not only about their stomach, not people that are suffering from primitive stealing syndrome, where you steal, and you steal, even if you loot, you don't even need it, but you loot and you throw away, you loot and you throw away. That is what is happening in Nigeria, where primitive Homo sapiens live. Here we make ourselves to reason in a hard way. That is why I welcome each and every one of you today in this hallowed platform, where we preach the gospel of liberation, the gospel of truth, enlightenment. Our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in the enemy dungeon. But make no mistake about it, he must be free. He must be released, because no Nigerian jail or prison is safe. We all see what is happening, and you see people are panicking. But let us stop this panic. I have to say this. You see people talking everything, one thing or the other in group, WhatsApp groups, this and that. You see, sentiments Useless sentiments cannot get us anywhere. Do you understand? Freedom fighting is not about sentiments. You have to be cold. You know, cold, stone cold. Do what you are doing in a cold way. That is how the Fulani is doing their thing. Stone cold. You know, so that you achieve your objective. But once you're sentimental, you know, you don't think even in a right way, in a right direction. Please, before I continue, because time has gone a bit, it is out of technical issue which I try to resolve, but it is okay. Let us pray. Our leader will lead us in a pre-recorded prayer. We must pray.
As long as we come on air every evening, the whole world must listen. As long as we preach this very gospel, Chukwukika Abiyama must be with us. Therefore, without any further hesitation, we must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwukika Abiyama who resided in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, Nani nkebine ligwe, ka aha dị nsọ, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee all over this very planet that you created. They are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained. That this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day. Chukwabiama believe whiter than white and whiter than snow. Oh, is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said.
Once again, I welcome each and every one of you listening to this hallowed platform to invite your friends and well-wishers, even your enemies. Do not deny them this gospel, please. Gospel of enlightenment, please. Today is the 12th day of July 2022, being Tuesday. Before I continue towards the topic of the day, which is Fulani has their agenda. I mean, the topic of my submission today is this: Fulani has their agenda, which is Fulanization. Now the question there is, what has been our own agenda? That is a very big question. We are shouting, oh, Fulanization, through Islamization. What has been our own agenda? That is what I'm going to talk about today. But before that, I want to quickly go through some headlines, please. Some headlines that made or make news today in the zoo, the zoological republic. You know, normally before you become even the head of that zoo, you must be like a good luck Jonathan. He's a graduate of zoology. He studies zoology. So in order to be at the head of animals, you must study about animals. That's it. So I will start with where this headline says natives collaborates with headers in kidnappings in Enugu community. Natives collaborate with headers in kidnappings in Enugu community, according to victims. The same thing that is being suspected in Isochi axis. Do you see where I say that our people we are still behind, we lag behind mentally? You collaborate with foreigner in order to kidnap your own blood, your own people, and you make money. You think that you are okay. Something Fulani can never allow you to do that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how friendship you are with him. Do you know that is civilization? Do you know that? Is advancement in civilization, is a civilized character. When you cannot allow money to buy your conscience against your brother. You know that is advanced civilization. You know that. But our people, that is why I continue calling our people we are primitive. If not for Ipob, for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for Radio Biafra, Chineke kwena ihe ọjọọ. I ga na atọ anụ wine and because of money, because of what you can gain now. You know, I used to argue this. People used to shout, oh, these governors, our politicians are against us. Oh, our people in politics, they are not human beings. We insult them. Yes, we are right. But I say, in a broader context, these people, they didn't fall down from heaven. They didn't come from the Maya kingdom. Neither did they come from what do they call this place? They didn't come from Blantyre kingdom. No. They are people, the same mentality. They come from us. Now I say, if we are insulting those in the higher political hierarchy, higher political class of Igbo extraction, oh, they are selling us. What about people like this? What about ordinary Okada man that in a village, in a community, in a Biafran community, in a Igbo village, that is collaborating with a foreigner in order to kidnap his own people, so that he will get share? They will give him crumb, some share of money. Sometimes if the person is killed, no person will talk. He will collect money and keep quiet. On a more former, he will come, maybe build a house. He will if you want. Don't you see that this is a very primitive type of people? Don't you see that? We need to have self-examination. That is where I always maintain my own view. Not only shouting, oh, show me the people on your head and I will tell you the type of people you are. That is it. How Pusatimaya didn't come from he didn't come from Yoruba land. No. He didn't fall people. What are we talking? What are we not saying? What are we not saying? We need to judge ourselves. Not only shouting, oh, these people are killing us. Oh, they are not representing us well. What of you? Abambo, you know, aton kembo ya danogwe. Aton kabo ya danogwe. Owogwe kemene ako. That is what we should ask ourselves. This person come, he betray. The other person come, he betray. Every other person, he betray. Now you should make an overall judgment, or you know, overhauling, total overhauling. You think everybody, because what is happening in the higher political hierarchy, it is also happening in the local people, miserable people even. It is where it is worst. When somebody can show a Nigerian military his own brother, because maybe he has problem with his brother, we see it always. After all, the other time, which the Boko Haram in Nigerian uniform, they were showcasing one person from a village in Biafra land. Our local, you know, sounding gun that is used in ceremonies, which is normal everywhere in Igbo land. But because he has problem with his brother, maybe one small problem or there, he go and report him, say, it's a Ipob is doing gun, is manufacturing gun powder and the bomb for Ipob, for ESN. You look at this type of people, you look at them, you say, are these people salvageable? Are we really salvageable? Somebody, because of little problem with his brother that you know, that can be settled, even if not settled amicably, you know, and that one we forget about it. Just like treat it like that, you know, man to man. You know, tomorrow where as normal civilized human being. This one blame you, Nana, you cause them, Nana, you start them, nah, this thing, Nana, wow, forget now, I'm not, you know, I they annoyed what happened the day, this and that. And that one, but no, in our own case, no. One person will like to go and implicate, you know, lie upon to implicate his brother so that he will be killed. And sometimes I watch, what type of human beings are these? What type of human beings? You know, that is why the suffering we are suffering, sometimes even if we cry, say it's our own making. Honestly speaking. We need to suffer it until we understand. Because this suffering should galvanize us. General suffering should until we understand that this general suffering should galvanize us into one people, into one piece. Not when you have a problem with your brother. Look at somebody that last time, I think came from Spain. They are dealing with themselves because of land. This one we go carry, you have connection, go carry military to come to deal with his own brother. And you are telling me this type of people are very primitive set of people. This one we come. Now the other one we go and say, okay, I'll report you. You are supporting your ESN commander. And they will carry your brother and kill your brother. And you'll be happy living alone. Tomorrow, when your children will be suffering without knowing. The worst is that if the generations coming you are bringing into the world will be suffering what they don't even understand, what they didn't do. I will be everybody shouting, "Hey, Chineke! Hey, God! Everybody hate us! So, Pope hate us! Canterbury hate us! China hate us! Why are you acting the way you are acting? That is the thing. That is the question I used to ask. Okay, let me read this a bit. No less than 7 suspected kidnappers for ransom, made up of Fulani headsmen and other natives, were within the past month arrested by both community security outfits and police in different parts of Enugu State. Do you see? They are, Igbo man, we call it everything is business. Our leader have been, when he started broadcasting, our leader, he was hammering on this Mbera here, where Nigeria, the Zulu Caliphate, pushed us into Iwo traders. Mbera here spoiled our mentality, so that you can even trade. You can in Azaya Negebata, you take your mother, put and sell and take money. Our leader have been hammering on this. He knows why. Because everything our people that to make money, no business. What a mess. What a mess. Do you remember the prelate, the bishop, the Methodist bishop that was kidnapped? He paid 100 million naira and came out and was released. He also testified that these people are not working alone. I mean the Fulani, the terrorists in Isochi, that's area, Logba, that they work in collaboration with the community, because he said there is a way, even the Okada in the night, there is a way they shine light. They collaborate with the army, the police, the terrorists. They know. They used to flash their light, their Okada light, or their car. Then they understand that they are the locals, so they understand everything, and they keep quiet. Maybe from time to time they will come and give them heads of cows. Fulani bunyaha nama. Kenata. That is why I ask, what is the difference between you and an ordinary animal, a dog, a cat, or a deer that is always, or a rabbit that is always eating? What matters? Eating, feeding his stomach only. Do you see that we have a problem? If you don't, we have a very big problem. And that problem is in the head. We need to remove this type of mentality. Everything is converted to business. Everything converted to business. Everything no business. That is how some people infiltrate us. They enter. They think that Ipob is to make money. That is it. If they hear that this person is eating money, do you eat so we make our own money. That is where you get them. Do you think that the caliphate, they are stupid? They know your weak point. They know your weak point. But we are the indigenous people of Biafra, this generation. We will never fall for scandal, blackmail. No. Do you understand? We are not those type of people that once you talk, oh, this person eats money, though you are contributing money and he is eating. Igbo man, that is, he say, oh, so hey, now wow, if like that, maybe share everything. That is the way they know you, and they are getting a surprise of their life that we are not those type of people. We are another breed. We must continue. I will rush it. Now, I read here, consider Tinubu a Christian. He, wife, one in flesh and blood. That is Joey Boko claims. That is why I brought this in. I don't care. They are talking about Muslim ticket, this and that. We use everything is good for teaching, for understanding, for learning. You understand? In as much as we are not interested in politics, in Nigerian politics, in their electioneering. No. But we observe what is happening. We learn where we should. We teach where we should. That is what we are doing. Now, do you remember the first person that met every people? There is an outcry that Tinubu APC candidate is a Muslim. He picked a Shetima, who is a Boko Haram sponsor and member direct. He's a Muslim. They had to call Islamist. There were outcries even from the north. Somebody, Ishaq Abu, left the APC because of this. He is a northern Muslim. Now he moved out and dumped APC because of this. But do you know the people mostly that are supporting this man, this mess? That is why I say we have big problems, honestly. Igbo people. Joseph Carlo first of all defended him. That after all, his wife is a Christian, so it's not his wife is the first deputy, so they should not look at his Muslim ticket as anything. He's a so-called Igbo man. Now it's another person, that useless vagabond, an outcast, Joe Ibokwe, that is reiterating the same thing. Do you see that it is we that is causing the problem of ourselves? During the war, let me tell you, according to the story, facts, after the Abagana attack, the ambush, Abagana massacre by Biafrans against the Maruedas, against the Nigerian military, the few survivors, thousands of Nigerian military with their equipments were destroyed completely. Do you know that Murtala Muhammad, he survived it, and he told Gowon, he said, please, let us stop this war. Negotiate with Ojukwu. Just let us negotiate the boundary. Because we don't know these people, what they are fighting with. We don't know how the equipment, the type of equipment they have. Please, they will slaughter all of us. I'm telling you, Murtala Muhammad begged Gowon, and Gowon wanted to do what he said because they were afraid. They were afraid. After all, when if you read Frederick Fossic's own story, when he fought with his boys and Banjo, when they reached Ore, Gowon was warming his plane, private jet, to run away. It is still the same Igbo people fighting on the Nigerian side that told him, say, no, leave, cool down, we know these people. It's our people, we know their mentality. We fight on, we will defeat them. It's our own Igbo people, Biafrans, that encourage the Nigerian side in order to keep on fighting. Otherwise, go on. Several times he wanted to throw in the towel. For you to understand how bad it is with our people. That is why, do you see your brother that is a saboteur? Is worse, 1 million times worse than the main caliphate. The Fulani is 1 million times, I'm telling you, because they feel that we know them. Do you understand? It's my people, I know how to deal with them. That is how they always behave. Do you understand me? And that is why they use them in order to kill us. I don't know whether people understand what I'm saying. So that is how bad it is. Now, even people in the north, they say they don't want it. Now, it is only your brother, your own Igbo brother, that are defending them, defending the Muslim Tinubu and his Boko Haram brother to be your president and vice. Do you see how things are? Do you see why I say that our race needs more updating mentally? Forget about the natural talents given to us by Chukwu Kabiam. When it comes to other areas, we are null and void. We are still lagging behind the primitive. I'm telling you honestly. So we need to rethink. That is why listening to this hallowed platform is a must. is something that you have to be telling your brothers and sisters. Tell your friends. I have somebody that called me earlier before, privately. Start talking how they are not listening, this and that, how people are not, whether he asked me funny question. Have you people heard about this clip I sent? I love. I asked him, are you listening to radio? They say, yeah, I'm listening, but not always. Go on work. They call every Friday or Saturday. I laugh. I say, look at. You don't even know. Our radio is working 247. That is how bad it is. This place is our standard. It's our rallying point. Forget about listening to other places. This is where our leader started it, and we continue. We shall continue it until Biafra is restored. You know, according to Mazi form, I said our people are 15 minutes people. 15 minutes memory. Once anything that happened, it will gear people up. Sentiments will rise up just for 15 minutes after everybody forget about it. People have forgotten. Radio Biafra is our rallying point. This outcast, JUL, reiterating what, defending what even the Hausa, many don't like. Many reject. They are Muslim. They say no, it's not good. But it is Igbo man that is giving them courage. Now, what do you think that they will do? Once they pick courage, they will deal with you. They say it's your man. You understand? When you remember when what this guy that did military from Middle Belt, that tried to overthrow Babangida. What is his name again? Which, please, somebody inbox me his name. Why? Our leader will say na Owonka. Gideon Oka. Yes, Gideon Oka. When Gideon Oka succeeded in taking over Northern Barrack, and Babangida entered into the villa to lock himself up. Do you know who rescued him? From, I think, a 2 division. Omar Sanda came to bombard and to water everything. I'm saying what we are suffering is of our own. It's we. And Gideon Oka, he wanted to thwart the plan of the caliphate. Still, a so-called Igbo man stopped it. That's why sometimes, before I used to think with sentiment, but no more now. Now I forget to cry blood. I will be watching. I will reason before I make pronouncements. I don't even listen to what you are talking or the way you are crying. I will reason like a human being. Oh, we are suffering. Oh, they are imagine the whole suffering. What is happening to us must come from our people. It's us, our people. I'm telling you, bad political calculation. Bad one. Why we didn't win the war? Because of our own people. Mostly our own people. It's not because even of our people not supporting us from outside. No. It counted, but it's not the main thing. It's our own people that we are fighting with the Nigerian Biafrans that are fighting, both JUL Biafrans, both Ipob Biafrans, both that are fighting under Nigeria, that helped them, that gave them courage. Otherwise, who are they? They didn't understand our method. They didn't understand it. So you see, Ikewachukwu flew. He ordered Air Force. I think that time he was either a Commodore or something like that. I could remember. They landed, they went and helped and started bombarding, and now they took back what Gideon Oka has taken before. in order to thwart the Fulanization agenda that they saw that time. Go and Google the statement of Gideon Oka, you see it. It's an Igbo man in the name of Ike Nwachukwu that thwarted it. And that is why we sink back into hole. Everybody sink back into hole. Now, do you understand? Today they want to use P2B in order to do the job of Azikiwe. Oh, you people want the presidency, right? Okay. Which I give on a presidency. But after that, you people will continue sinking into abyss. And our people are not understanding. They don't think, because they don't reason beyond their belly. Many have lined up in order to, at least if my village man, he will be a minister, he will be cabinet this, I will get a small contract. After that contract, what next for the whole of our communal interests? No, they don't reason. Their brains are not developed in order to think beyond that. That is why I used to play this preamble, this clip from this man. He's a real man of God that was talking sense. He said people, he's speaking in Igbo, yes, but he said people, clamoring this and that, people be obedient, yes, but have you ever taken your time to think beyond the 4 or 8 years? Okay, P2B will come and make make Nigeria heaven, right? For 4 years and 8 years. Now the caliphate will come and rubbish everything and put you back where you belong, into that hole. Well, you will start thinking, you will start crying again, because you are sentimental, a very sentimental, backward animal. You don't reason, you don't think about your future. Sometimes it baffles me, people that I think that they at least that they are even intellectuals, educated, but when they talk, who then are we? Sorry, I was speaking, I didn't on my microphone. I said, if you listen to some people, even in those that call themselves IPOB members, even that are educated, when they can talk to you privately, you become afraid. Nah, like this, vote like this, I calculate are we safe at all? If people like this will be now, sometimes betray a progression, which means we don't even know what we want. If people like this can be talking like this, you don't even know where. In 17 years, the world community was watching. They were being slaughtered by, do you know, the real Janjaweeds. They dealt with them very brutal war, like that of Biafra war. They dealt with them. The international community were watching at the first time until they saw that these people are serious. They didn't give up. Now, international community later, do you know what it means? For 17 years, do you know what it means to hold on for 17 good years? Do you know what it means? Now, later on, international community now waded in and said, okay, you people cool down. They started negotiation. Say, look, you don't go for outright independence. Be an autonomous country or autonomous community or nation, but inside Sudan. They finally accepted, I think 1983. They said, okay. Now they formed their own parliament, doing their own thing. After this Janjaweed, you know, they can never leave. They can never stop until they conquer you or they subjugate you. Unless you are alele, what we call alele, you know, you are hard, so hard. People like Igbo people, no, you cannot withstand them. Unless IPOB, nah, because they are not hard. They don't have the mental toughness, the willpower in order to withstand the Janjaweed. The South Sudanese now, after almost 10 years, from 1983, I think 72 to 83, the Sudanese Janjaweed started encroaching into. They said no. They carried on weapon again. They said no, this is not what we agreed. Even albeit with the help of Britain was helping South Sudan in order to bring them back, remove that autonomy little by little. And they disagreed. They said no. And the war broke. They carry arm again. That generation that carried the first arm is we are almost old. Now the generation say no, we no go agree. They carry arm again. They didn't say no. Remember how they slaughtered us the first time, like Igbo people used to say. The Toronto. Have you seen war? Hey, did you see war? Hey, no. Those generation, 80s generation, because they started the first war was 1955, 55 South Sudanese before their independence, because they got independence 1956. South Sudan started, they saw what Britain wanted to do. That is why I used to blame perfectly Azikiwe for everything that is happening till today. He contributed almost all. Had it been he has foresight, you know, I used to say, Igbo man, as far as you want presidency, we'll give you ceremonial presidency. He agreed. Anything you want, anything. As far as I will come up in public and Chief Doctor, His Excellency, Azikiwe of Africa, even if without no power, I don't care. Also, that proud, I mean the pride. Britain was laughing and said, look at these people. They are vile men, vile people, vile. They looked at us because of the people, the leaders we had. They said these are vile men. Not the same with Southern Sudanese. They knew what they want. The second time they took up arms, albeit Britain said no, if you take arms I will support Sudan. They say we die here, no problem. And they fought for another 22 years. Do you know what it means to fight a very brutal war with the Janjaweed that doesn't have respect for life, for human life, for 22 years? Or go for a board. Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means? Everything was destroyed practically, until the international community saw that these people, they are serious. So if you leave now it becomes question of morality for Britain, for America, for the international community to say come and break this war. It become a pain in their ass. Now anything that they say, look at what the massacre that is going on in Sudan for 22 years. Do you understand? And the people that we are holding on say we can, instead of kill all of us, we die. Can you do that? Indeed. Look at what is happening. Obedient. They have forgotten. Many have forgotten about freedom. Now they are talking of obedient and Nigerian election, and that is why somebody like because they are watching. I tell you that the whole world is watching. Don't you know that? That is why Gumi said something, which also because that is what they want. That is what they want the world to see. This statement Gumi made, you don't know where it will ricochet. Britain they will file it. They will show it to the United Nations. They will show it to the American counterparts, to the European Union, and say, look, what these people want, they don't want Biafra, or just to have a sense of belonging. That is the only thing they want. So even if we make them give them just little sense of belonging, and they forget they are like babies. Look at it. Sheikh Gumi said the commander of headsmen and bandits, ISIS, all. Emergence of P2B has calmed IPOB activities. Oduduwa agitation abated. Gumi. Don't you see that they are watching? Do you see that? Do you see when you are calling, when you are shouting, why Israel is not coming to our aid? America is not coming to our aid. International community have forgotten us. You don't know that the problem is from you. It's from you, from us. You that is shouting, Peter, why they are watching the activities on the social media. How many people are talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu again? If not for hardcore IPOB, not people that hired workers, people that come for maybe if you didn't work here, you work there. With freedom. That is the people. Controversial Islamic cleric Ahmed Gumi has said that the emergence of P2B as the Labour Party presidential candidate for 2023 election has brought relative peace to the southeast, of which he is lying anyway. In a statement he posted on his Facebook page, the cleric said that the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB's support for B has indicated that the Biafra agitation is political. Indigenous people of Biafra IPOB is not supporting any person in the Nigerian politics. That is life from the pit of hell. Do you see? You know what is happening? They will go. They know the profiles, just like that serpent Omokri who said that people are now changing their profile from IPOB to P2B. Do you see? Do you see why you are suffering? Do you see why you are scattered everywhere around the world like Opaka? Suffering and scavenging. People are I know people are some places in the Far East. You see our people in jail, in life, listening to my voice now. That is why you are there. Because you are not consistent. Because you don't know what you want. You are the cause of your problem. Today you want this, tomorrow you want that. Next tomorrow you shout. After you start talking like this. The world is what they don't know where to hold you. They say leave these people to be killed. They are lower human beings. What they are looking for is only their stomach, nothing more. Britain will make a case out of this. Don't you know that? Britain will carry all these things. We'll be watching. Don't you know that they are monitoring? After you call, say, they are killing us. They are surrendering they are international community and all. They will even supply them weapons. Say, clear these people from the face of the earth, because they don't know what they want. They are a nuisance. They will start calling you a nuisance in this planet. You don't come here. You stay one place and make your case. That is so. That is the only thing that matters. South Sudan is there. Is an example. Eritrea fought for bitter wars for how many years? I think 17 years. And they insisted. They didn't go for say, okay, put our man there to be the president of the whole country, even in 4 years, no problem. And after our people, we should remove ourselves from thinking through our sentiments. Our people are highly sentimental. I don't know the way we should remove these sentiments into our lives is through civilization. You understand? To remove this absolute nonsensical sentiments, we should learn not to be sentimental, because it spoils, it brings us down, and only enlightenment can stop it. I'm telling you. I say we should remain, stone cold. Once you are stone cold, you don't, when you are in the military, they train you. First of all, that blood doesn't mean anything for you. You become stone cold. That is what we should be. Instead of this useless sentiment, it's a useless one. You see the person name misbehave anywhere you see enter. But when you are articulate, you know what you want. They are watching. This man is saying that, oh, the whole IPOB, oh, they are now talking of P2B, which is lie from the pit of hell. Which is lie from the pit of hell. But that is the case they want to make. So that after, don't be surprised, they can give you 4 years. Oh, BPO 4 years. So that, hey, oh, that time if you talk about IPOB, you see Igbo man will even kill now. They disturb now. That is how our people reason through their annals, through their sentiments. Now they disturb until now when you finish, and another person, the caliphate will take what belongs to them and continue dealing with you. Now you start crying. One in the IPOB na kezi bono na wow things bad though. They are marginalizing also. They will even slaughter everybody. You understand? This man that calls say ono wa agbonu nzuzu agbonu na maro ihe no choro. But IPOB will remain firm. That is it. Therefore, I will continue directly on the topic of my submission. Fulani has their agenda. Fulanization. What has been, or what is our own agenda? Before I also continue, let me, the clip which we have been playing that is going viral by an Hausa man, Abubakar, a Hausa Muslim. It shows that what we are doing, that it is working. When I say please stop calling them Hausa Fulani, people will come and say no, they are the same. It used to irritate me, I'm telling you honestly, because it's part of the mistake we are always making. It used to irritate me. Do you know why? Our people, we think that once we are doing something and we don't see the results immediately, now everybody will now rise up and say yes, Fulani, the whole house will rise up and say no, we are against the Fulani. Now you become frustrated and say no, class, all of them are the same. I say God, it's the same mentality that is worrying us. That man is a Hausa military, Nigerian military man. He now started saying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is right. Don't you understand that there is something there? Had it been we have been classifying all of them and say Hausa Fulani, oh, they are the same, they are the same. Do you think that he will have the capacity? Have you ever seen a Fulani man, no matter that, even if he didn't like what his kinsmen are doing, come out in public and say no, this thing they are doing is not good? But Hausa man now, they know that they are different from the Fulani because of what we are preaching here, separating them. It doesn't matter how hard. Our people, they don't have this patience. This patience of cool down, continue what you are doing. Had it been our leader is not a patient man, do you think that we will be here where we are? The way some people, they will come now and say, look at what is happening, all of them are the same. I disagree. This statement is false and fallacy. It's false. It's bringing us back. Sometimes some statements of our people, it used to draw back what our leader hustled and worked very hard for many years. Some of our people will call and start talking rubbish, making statements, drawing us more back. I used to be pained, honestly. It used to pain me on our movie. Do you see this? Do you see calling Biafra land Southeast? It pains me to the highest. From anywhere, I hate it because this is what our leader have tried One came mad to try all his best, educating us, making us to understand that we are one. Remove this southeast rubbish, south, and all of a sudden he is not there, and here southeast. We are not supposed to be Biafra land southeast. On a with them, honestly, on a with them. On a with them, oh, I'm telling you, on a with them. It pains me a lot. I say, how are we destroying the work of our leader? Gradually, without knowing it, we are destroying it. Little by little. Some people are trying to destroy it. But it can, as long as Chukwu Okike Abiama keeps us alive, it will continue upholding all the legacies of our leader until he comes out, and he will continue fortifying it. Do you understand? Do you see the reason why one time I preached about revolution? That for a revolution to be sustained, at least the revolutionary must remain there for at least 30 years, so that people will be born and brought up in that idea mentality of revolution. Otherwise, before 30, I say at least. Otherwise, if not that, immediately, you see people that will start coming with frustrating, just like little statements. That is how we enter. Nah, this thing they say, nah, lie, nah, look at what is happening, not be true. Not be true. Little by little, they will start encroaching the anti-revolutionist ideas into the mindset of people. Before you know it, everything will fall back to the status quo. I used to be pained, honestly. What we are doing, no matter how little, no matter how slowly it is getting, or it is working, but it is working. No matter how slowly you think it is acting, getting to the people, but it is working. That is what I want you to know. Any person that comes to this radio Biafra, please challenge him to start talking about, no, this House of Fulani, they are the same. You don't see the giving example. He is an anti-revolutionist in what we are doing. I'm telling you honestly. We should stand on one thing. Even no, it's like this. So, yes, no, lie. Forget about that one. Not like that. You will stand until eternity. Do you understand me? I love what one of our brothers said before. Very, very funny, but he made a very big point. A scavenger. Maybe he's listening. He said something that touched me. He said some people will come and say, or Biafra or we die. Oh, Biafra or we die. He said, no be dead. If you think that you will have refuge in death, you are lying. If you die, God will pursue you back. You will reincarnate and come and continue fighting. I love that state. I say, Chineke Kukwana Ihojo. This man said the truth. You hit the point. You hit the point too. So it's better we fight it once and for all. Don't think that, okay, yes, now I die. So if I die, no problem. I can do anything I want. I die. Not once I go die. You die. That thing you are running away from. Now you think that death will remove you from. You will reincarnate and come back, and that time you meet the worst one. Even Bruiser Yamisi. You will fight, and if you don't get it, you die again and continue coming back. I love that. So we better stay one place and stay rigid solidly. Millionaires, you remain the same point. Fulani, House of Fulani, don't stop calling them House of Fulani. There is nothing like that. That is why this man, this Abubakar has the courage in order to come up to start saying and vindicating our leader, saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is right. He said, I'm an Hausa man, I'm a Muslim. But what the Fulani are doing, how do he know that he is different? If not from Radio Biafra. But if he left for you, some of you mischievous set of people, you come and round up and lie. All of them are the same, because you see how they talk. You see how they, just because of one excuse or the other, you spoil what our leader was fighting for since. Don't you see yourself a very mischievous fellow? We don't need anti-revolutionists here. I'm telling you. That is why when when Napoleon, after the France Revolution in is it 18th century, Napoleon Bonaparte, he came up. He's a product of revolution. Any anti, he broke him against that revolution, or he cut off your neck and say, get out. He killed the French people, the anti-revolution. He massacred them. That is why you are able to be happy going to France. And France is sanitized, developed, advanced, enlightened, where things work. It started somewhere. There are anti-revolutionists in Biafra. We need to change our mentality, please. You don't, because of one episode or the other, you come, you round up everything. No, because of this, no. But you are seeing the good results in one way or the other. If not, how can this man, this Abubakar, identify himself as an Hausa? Before, it is a Hausa Fulani, we are all the same. But now he knew. That is why he made that clip. Do you understand? So please, stop calling them Hausa Fulani. And stop calling Biafra land as a southeast. It pains me a lot when we now southeast, okay, which means Iguacha is not part. Ebema is not part of us. Ebema in let me call it as you call River State. It's not part of us. Is that Obibo? Obibo, the heart of Igbo, is not part of us. They are separate. That is what you are saying. That is what you are insinuating when you call Southeast. It irritates me too much. When I read or see anything about it, it irritates me personally. I said, Chineke, how can our leader please come out and see all these things? Come out, please. We must continue. As I said, the topic of my submission, Fulani has their agenda, which is Fulanization. Now the question is, what is our agenda, our own agenda? That is the question I want us to answer today. This is a $1 million question that every indigenous people, especially Biafrans, should answer. You know, it's sweet in our mouth. Hey, Fulanization. Hey, Islamization. Some say call it Islamization. Now, what of your own? You know, the Europeans, they played their own is colonization. European colonization. We gave it name, you know, the name. It used to sweet in our mouth. We learn it. This one now is colonization. Is the agenda. Now, what is your own agenda? That is the question you ask yourself. Are you not a human being like them? That is the question I used to ask. Are we not human beings like them? Why should we be only we learn, give them the right wording? Is colonialism, neo-colonialism, Western colonization. Oh, this is Fulanization, Islamization. Now, what is our own? I used to ask sometimes. I say, God, so we just come out. We are the proselytes of the real planet dwellers. We are their proselytes. We are not the main people. No, we need to change that status quo. We need to change that narrative. That is what we are changing here in this hallowed platform. That is why you don't need to miss this hallowed platform. Listening to this hallowed platform, honestly. The British interference by amalgamating and colonizing all of us did not deter or stop the Fulani from their agenda. They found a way to meander through the amalgamation and colonization obstacles. Irrespective of their general lack of Western education, they were able to ride over the Western educated indigenous people and be successfully using them to attain their ultimate agenda, which is Fulanization of everyone, which we are witnessing today. Are we going to continue crying and blaming them for carrying out their agenda? The answer is no. We should start looking inwards, criticize and blame ourselves for lack of agenda, because we never had any agenda. This is why I'm asking now, what is our own agenda? If not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you know, we didn't have any ideology, no agenda. Ask any Igbo man, the agenda is to make money and live his own life. Bakumi finish. Finish. And you think that you ask yourself, is this how normal human beings supposed to live? No agenda. You are castigating colonization agenda because they know that they need to do it. They are a people that want something. Do you understand? If they didn't do it, if they come into the Nigerian situation like that, they will be finished. Because education, modern educationally, they are nowhere. That is why Ahmad Bello started in time. He started in time. He told his people that they should never lose focus of their great grandfather, the vision of their great grandfather, Ottoman Danfodio, that they should never lose focus. That is why he openly advocated for colonization. If you Google Ahmad Bello, Google it in your computer on your phone. That thing you have in your hand is the whole world. That mobile phone is not only to use in listening to gossips. Hey, no, go here. You need to make it. Our leader sometimes he will stand, be teaching and say, carry you have computer, you have your laptop. Please Google this. Google Ahmad Bello as I'm talking. You see that it was written. He was the first person to successfully start northernization agenda. That is, it's a legacy he led. He didn't hide it. He didn't hide it. And you are telling me why they are superior. The Europeans, they came under colonization. They say we colonize you. Colonization. These people, they came colonization. Ahmad Bello started it, northernization. What is your own agenda? Oh, Nigeria will make Nigeria become heaven. And the creator, you are building cast. I mean, you want to be the king of an empire you didn't even build. Are you not a stupid man? If you have sense normally, you should know that, look, people, the creator of this enclave, this empire, they have one thing. They have their mission. So we too, according to our own dialect, you should have Nigeria, but our own thing. But lo and behold, we never had any agenda. Our agenda was, oh, Nigeria, Zika for Africa, oh, Nigeria, oh, everything Nigeria, Nigeria. You think that the people that you are with, they are stupid? They instituted northernization agenda in order to colonize everybody. They didn't hide it. You were there thinking that you will eat your cake and have it. The same way now P2B is going about, hey, we make Nigeria great, we make it look like a lazy illegal. People are not asking questions. Our people are only moving with sentiment. That is why I say it is high time we stop thinking through sentiment. You know, sorry to say, okay, I didn't once in will be done. You okay, no school. You gonna so beke. You don't know. She didn't understand what you are saying, but orderly quit. Just oh, nah, this person can. You got cram child dictionary. You know, if you don't sorry. Even what you are saying, you don't even know. She herself, you don't even know. That is sentiment. Is that how we continue behaving? Like little children. All the time, sentimental. You don't reason. You don't go to the profoundness of what will happen. If this thing takes like this, what will happen? If we stop what we are doing and mellow it down in order to support, maybe because an Igbo man wants to be a president, now what's next after? Have you thought about it? No, you don't, because you are always sentimental, highly sentimental about everything. You are thinking of what only you can get. Nah, if I get, hey, nah, this is my company I created. Nah, I will get a contract. Nah, at least I get my uncle that have connection. So from there, is his friend. At least I'll get what they con. Nah, Michelle America. Immediately I will get, because you have people thinking like that. That is the only thing. Now the question is, what is the difference between you and a beer? Adam, you see roaming around looking for food. Once you eat belly full, it's okay. He shit everything, he start hustling again. He don't know how to store food or how to build a fridge in order to store food, so that he will eat, the thing will remain for maybe 6 months. No, he don't know how to manufacture matches so that he will boil food and make it nice. No, only that raw. But what is the difference between you and that person? I mean, and that animal. So when we cry about colonization agenda, what is your own agenda? That is the question you have to start asking yourself. Are we going to continue crying and blaming them for carrying out the agenda? I said the answer is no. We should start looking inwards, to start criticizing and blaming ourselves for lacking agenda. What is our own agenda? Nigeria is, as everybody know, Nigeria is a general illusion which we stupidly swallowed hook, line and sinker to our detriment today. I say stupidly swallowed it hook, line and sinker, and it become a pain in our ass today. Anything you want to do, they will tell you, hey, look, you see, the whole of Nigeria is built by Igbo man. So anything will destroy everything, and you people know Igbo man will come across Benue. And you allow yourself, because of that, you will submit and say, okay, please, we become slaves, no problem. We continue being slaves. Is that until when? How many generations you want to suffer like this? Because of your stupidity, because of our lack of agenda. Today we have Biafra restoration as an agenda, and we are not looking neither sideways nor backwards. It doesn't matter the sweetness of somebody, it doesn't matter what somebody says. Our agenda is set, is focused. Biafra restoration, not Nigeria electioneering, not Igbo man to be a president, or a German to be a president, or a Yoruba man to be vice president. No, that is not our focus, it's not our agenda. Because before we have been stupid enough. We lacked agenda. We stated that no agenda. When somebody at the onset of the Nigerian independence, in the name of Ahmad Bello, started northernization agenda, he called it northernization agenda, but it is a caliphate agenda. He put it northernization agenda so that he will carry along all the ethnicities in the north, as they used to do. Do you know one thing I used to remember? I said, look, how many times have middle belt politicians openly come and say, no, we are no more part of the north? But every time the caliphate want to make they say we the north. They don't even answer them. But they are not domineering, right? But when you come in our land, if is it a JUL Youth Council, when they say, oh, we are not part of Biafra, we are not this one, we come and say, no, we are all Biafrans. You see people start yawning. Oh, are you going to force them? Oh, yeah. Without being a bunch, you can do nothing. In front of the caliphate, they will take everybody one after the other. I'm telling you. That is the thing. They understand this. It is in their brain right from time. That is why they call themselves the North. Irrespective of the fact that there is not east, not west, not central. They call themselves the North. Middle Belt many times said, no, we are not part of the North. Governor of Benue many times said, no, we are not part of them. No, we are not part of them. We are now part of. They don't even mind him. Because they understand that there is power in a bunch. They will one way or the other manipulate and carry them along. If you understand, Do you see why when you call yourself, oh, we in the southeast, it pains me a lot? Because I used to read meaning in small things. You see, in this restoration effort, I don't miss anything. I'm telling you, I'm highly thorough. So when you call, oh, southeast, I say, God, why these mistakes? Why? We should stop making it, please. Look, I think I should rush it. In this world of natural selection, we're in a world of natural selection. Survival of the fittest and exploitation. You either be an exploiter or exploited. That is the rule of the world. Without a common agenda as a people, you become weak and exploitable. There is a natural preservation of favored races in the struggle for life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Every time I used to say this, we are in a world of exploitation. It's allowed only if you can get away with it. Let me break it down a bit. We are human beings. We love meat, to eat meat and fish. Do you know that we are able to kill fish, kill meat, eat meat and eat fish because we can kill them with impunity? You will train a cow or a goat, train it, it grow, you slaughter it. Do you know that while slaughtering, it pains the animal? It has blood. But after, when you cook it and you are eating, swallowing you are progressing because you are exploiting life of other things. Do you know why? Because you can do it with impunity. Had it been that animals, they can mobilize themselves and fight, come back to fight, it's impossible. You can't do it. Why lions are not common? Lion meat is very rare because sometimes it's not even easy to get them. It's not easy to kill them. If you don't take time, they swallow you. But look at the easier prey: deer, ele, nche, nama, eyu. They are not harmful. Chicken, you kill them. It pains them when you put knife into them or shoot them gun. You remove life out of them. You cook your meat and eat. As you are eating, know that you are eating life. You ate life out of something. Do you know why you are doing it? It's exploitation. Don't you know that? It is called exploitation. You did it because you can do it. Because those animals, they were helpless. Do you understand? I want you to understand it like this. Fish, the same thing. You have a brain in order to put a worm or another smaller fish in a hook and throw it in a sea or in a river, and one big fish come thinking that it's a food, and you catch him and you go and slaughter it. You remove him from its natural habitat. It dies and you are happy. But as the thing is dying, is paining the thing. The fish is under agony. The meat, the same thing, under agony. But you, being you have higher intellect. You can do it with impunity. No question, no problem. It's an animal. The same way in the human race. Don't you see people that are manufacturing weapons, manufacturers, people that can think, people that can produce? Now they command you around. People that can be able to develop their countries, why you cannot? They put visa restrictions on you, so that when you land at the airport, they will query you at wish. They will treat you as they want. If they want, they deport you back, because this is the world we are in. If you can do your own, do and exploit others. If you can get away with it, that is the way the world is. The earlier we understand this, the better for us. Then that thing will galvanize us into working fervently, into doing more work, to work more harder, in order to develop, so that we can also do things to others. That is it. That is the reality. We can defend ourselves against exploitation. Otherwise, you shout from here till thy kingdom come without doing anything. You are just like a goat that is being slaughtered. He shout, does it say anything? If you put knife, he's shouting, meh, meh. Does it make you to live? Even you'll be shout. Maybe your child will be there. But look at the tongue. Hey, you laugh, but that thing is painful. It's under pain. It's excruciating pain. But because you are higher, you exploit it. That is the way we are in this particular world we are living. Stop shouting always. Do something, and that is why IPOB is doing something about it. Well, Fulani, they are killing us. Do you see how the Abubakar military, how the military man, what he saw, the way he's running, I could imagine. He's running like Ben Johnson. I mean, his leg will be touching his ear because he saw something that he will never forget until he die. He saw even the two Kanu jets in a bush, two Kanu jets that Nigeria is buying, being in the hands of the terrorists. The modern weaponry that are being given to Nigeria in the hands of the terrorists in thick forests. He saw it and he was traumatized. I know he was highly traumatized. Do you know why? This is the world we are in. A world of exploitation. A world of natural selection. Do you understand? Natural selection. So if you make yourself weak by being individualistic, by being greedy, only what you care is for yourself, what you will eat, what you and your family, your belly only. Now your race will go into extinct. Do you understand? The world doesn't recognize weakness. Let me tell you, today in North America has a total of 256 living languages. For record's sake, 256 living languages in North America. However, out of 256 languages, 238 are in the rim of extinction. Do you know that? The world doesn't permit weakness. Oh, they wait for you to be updated. No. Others will press on you and you become manure. They will germinate and go their way. That is why too much shouting. Our leader doesn't like. There was a time our leader said, the era of shouting and crying is over. We must do something, otherwise we are extinct. Even the world wants you to be extinct, so that Britain will in our land, that it becomes their history. Do you understand? Do you understand? So the same way, you see, European languages like English, Spanish, French, and others, they are taking over the normal languages in America. The world, nature abhors vacuum. Nature doesn't want a weakness. You are weak. The stronger one will attract you. You become not attracted. Absorbing. Do you understand? They will swallow you direct. That is it. People that speak English today, ask them, they cannot speak their language again. Maybe they will tell you, they had their grandmother speaking one Cherokee language. They don't even know it. So they become swallowed up by English. That is it. The same way, one Taino language in the Central Americas of the indigenous population is extinct today. Many other, you say others are dying. Out of 256 languages, 238 are in the rim of extinction in North America today. Do you understand? That is 92% of languages that are dying. Do you understand? In the United States, it is 143 out of 219 that is dying. Canada, 75 out of 94 dying. So, do you think that the whole people, it is the human beings that are dying or physical death? No. Their tradition, their language, their culture is dying, being swallowed up by the stronger one. That is the danger. This world is a world without pity. The same way when you are killing a cow to use it to do celebration, you are removing, snuffing life out of it, and you are happy killing it. Don't you see that? That is the same way, because you are exploiting. You can do it with impunity. That is how the world is. Because the cow is weak. If the cow was able to develop nuclear weapon or carry gun, he will shoot everybody and run away. And you cannot kill it. Do you see it? That is the world we are in. It's a wicked world. You have to turn wicked, behave like the world. If you continue crying for America, come and give us Biafra, come and help us, this one, come and help us, you are in a bigger mess than you think. You are in a bigger mess. Politically speaking, we are nowhere. We don't know how to manage anything politics in our land. Very weak politically. You understand? Now the stronger, politically stronger my goodness me, I don't know. Why is my destiny fluctuating? I don't know. I think my voice is back. Is my voice back? Let me see, please. Because I don't need no distraction. I don't need no distraction. Yes. Yes. Buffering again. Please, I will be right back. I don't know. I don't know. Why is this? Let me see what is happening. I'm seeing buffering. I am seeing buffering. But let me just check and see. Okay, we must continue. We must continue. I think my voice is back. I think it had some. I had some fluctuation, but my voice is back. I can see it. My dashboard turned yellow, but it's back. So we must continue. So as I was saying, what is our own agenda? That is the question. We talk, colonization agenda. What is our own agenda? What has been our own agenda? Nothing. Only stupidity. Only selfishness. One person will go and take contract in order to sell everything, sell the collective interest of others. And the caliphate is enjoying it. They're enjoying they say this set of people, they are interesting. That is why Gowon said it. He said it open. He said, had it been, I know the character of these people, you know, they didn't understand us and we didn't understand them at daily time. He said he should have given, if it is now, he should have given a fraction of that money he used in fighting, importing weapons. He should have given it to just few Igbo people, and they will do the work perfectly. Is you know what is happening in our land? That is the big question. We are in a world of natural selection, survival of the fittest, and exploitation. We eat meat and laugh and become healthy, eat fish like in because we are exploiting other animals because they become helpless in the presence of human being. Do you understand? Okay, there is a Roman poet called Lucretius. He expressed the idea that nature produces a huge variety of creatures randomly, and that only those creatures that manage to provide for themselves and reproduce successfully persist. I don't know whether you understand. This thing have a very deep meaning. That is natural selection. If nature produces a huge variety of creatures randomly, and that only those creatures that manage to provide for themselves and reproduce successfully persist. If you cannot, you die and your generation goes. As I say, I used to watch sometimes animal documentary if I have time. There is this this bird, I was watching one time. This bird, what is this bird's name? Not kite, falcon. Is it falcon? No, that flies. That is a carnivorous animal. Okay, let me continue what I'm saying. He had I think 4 children. Now whenever he goes out and bring food, you see the more active, all of them will be opening their mouths, shouting, in order to take food from the mouth of the mother. There is that one that is always dull, so others are pressing on him, on that particular small one. All of them were born the same time, but that one continued being tiny. So when the mother came, that tiny one, he doesn't care for it again. Do you see what is natural selection? Because you need to fight for survival. Nature doesn't even want to weakling. Once you're weakling, they use you as food for others. They make you, even giving you food is even waste of time, because you are wasting food that others will eat and grow. So once the mother comes in their nest, now you will be giving food only for those bigger ones that are growing healthy. They are highly active. So immediately after a few days, the other one dies, and even they eat the corpse and feed the other ones. They continue being healthy. That is natural selection. So when we continue shouting and continue being selfish, continue contributing to our detrimental situations, we continue going down. Do you see it? Oh, you are shouting. They will corner you and give you one position, pay you to sabotage Ipob, and you collect money. Say wow, bro, contract don't come on. That's why I go make camo. That's why I don't make camo. And that's it. You continue sabotaging your people, and the race. You yourself as an individual, you can progress, but the race is down. And once the race is going down, you are weak. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your individual progress amounts to nothing unless your race, your community is progressing. That is, they will take you the same way. Do you understand? That is the secret that is being understood by enlightenment, or through enlightenment by the white people. That is why they are progressing, because they know that as a person, as a human, as one person in the whole of the town, now you become a billionaire, whereas other thousands and hundreds of thousands around you, they are poor people. You are not a billionaire. You are not. You cannot enjoy your billions. Do you see that? So it's good to create a conducive environment so that everybody will become even thousandaires. Lowest, others will become the very tiny percent of people become hundredaires. Instead of one person being a billionaire, now being the billionaire will come out and become a choice or one. Is it not stupidity? Do you see it? Okay. In Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, he defined the natural selection as the principle by which each slight variation of a trait, if useful, is preserved. If you understand what this thing means, it's very great. Now, that is evolution. Once in order for you to succeed as a people, you have to be imbibing, removing bad threats, you throw it away, good threats, you absorb it, you learn, you continue, you go, you see things, you mix up with people, you see something good, you learn, you take, that thing you think that it was good, a good character, you remove it from you, because you have seen, you have compared yourself like a mirror with others and see that, oh, this is not good, or this is even backwardness, you remove it. This is why even the Fulani, they are very good in politics, because since 19 they have been in constant wars, subjugations, mixing up with people in the Sahel, in desert, this and that. So they learn from different people. It hardened them in politically. It hardened them. Do you understand? But they see us as virgin people that never mix up with people. Why you Zura, you okay? You know? Ike ha bajigin na ewuruzie obuji inazo obuji in the village. The whole world for you, the whole world was that village. Amaga amofuma na obuji oputana. That is, that is that primitivity, lack of mixing with people, until all of a sudden we started traveling. Do you see it? Azikiwe that was born in Zungeru, his father was lived in Zungeru in the 19th century or early 20th century. He started seeing different people, started seeing life. Instead of learning, he think that okay, he will use that system of now only I watch also now my village now a thing that all targets the whole world the world politics doesn't work like that. It's brain. That is why our leader brought this IPOB, this agitation. It is a tactical one. Tactical. You move like this, you watch, you see. If he doesn't know, you retreat, you stop, you check, now you calculate, you go, you defend, you attack, you play winger. But do you understand that? That is the question. The question is, what is your own agenda? What is our agenda? What I mean, our collective agenda. We are talking of colonization. What is our own collective agenda? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has brought us back into our natural agenda, which is Biafra. Let us stop being people without a common agenda. Otherwise, we shall be extinct by being swallowed by the dominant species. When you live with dominant species, you be careful. The caliphate, they are people that openly challenge the Britain, but with the brain, say that we protect our people first. Northernization agenda. Britain understand that these people, they are gone together. They start from their people first. You understand? It doesn't matter how you see it, but that is the reality. Had it been Azikiwe say, okay, you are Northernization, okay, Easternization agenda. We Easternization, that is it. You remove Nigeria. Nigeria naturally will split. Or Britain will say, Britain will be a referee and say, no, please remove this Northernization agenda. They will now negotiate something more tangible. Awolowo will say, okay, now Westernization agenda, no problem. Go to your Northernization. I think you will go to your Easternization. Now I got my Westernization. But none of them said so. Everybody in Nigeria, only those that the person that went back to his people, to their agenda, got everything. Our agenda now is Biafra. Biafra restoration, not obedient, not Nigerian election. For your information, any person that is telling you that Biafra agitators, they now go down, they are supporting Obi, is a liar from pit of hell. That is what they want to play. That is the result of Obi going to 10 Downing Street before coming out and resigning from PDP, because they want to use it in order to stop our agitation. During freedom fighting, everything will be thrown at you. Shit will be thrown at you. Poto will be thrown at you. Distractions will be thrown at you. To know whether you can misstep. To know whether you can be distractible. But if they look, they throw everything at you, and you continue being focused, they know that you are serious in what you are doing. Now that time they will help you. They will say, oh boy, these people are serious. They will help you. But when election come, you forget a Biafra. Say, oh boy, let us go PVC. Nah, our man, this and that. The people, international community will look at you as a bloody fool. That is the reality. This is where I'm going to stop. Remember, the topic said, Fulani has their agenda, which is Fulanization. What is our own agenda? But thank you, okay, because our agenda now is Biafra restoration. Please, I will go into a few minutes break. And when I come back, I will open the lines so that people will call in or start calling in. Please don't go away. I'll be right back.
Biafra worldwide phone call campaign alert continues. BBC, a propaganda machine and racist media set up by the Great Britain to oppress the oppressed people of Biafra. BBC, your media war propaganda of 1967 that led to the genocide of over 3.5 million Biafrans, men, women, and children, did not stop us. Do you know why? Because we are the sons and daughters of the great lion from the tribe of Biafra. Our minds are made up. Your shenanigans, antics, and fake gutter media will not stop us either. We must and shall restore Biafra. Biafra worldwide phone call campaign alert continue. Now pay close attention. Be polite when you call BBC and use the following prompt when you call. Hello, my name is. You tell them your name. I am calling to ask about BBC policy of propaganda against the victims of genocide. Since you are obsessed with telling lies about Biafrans, here are 5 more questions to consider. Now, this is the question to ask BBC. We are witnesses to BBC racist coverage of terrorism, implying that black Africans' lives don't matter. Yet the same BBC rallies the whole world at the slightest terrorist incident in the United Kingdom. Here is the second question. But when it comes to Nigeria, BBC not only hides terrorist killings, but they slander the victims and survivors of terrorism and genocide. The third one. When will the grand patrons of lies and hypocrisy, the BBC Fake News Network, make a documentary about the daily slaughtering of Nigerians by Fulani terrorists and the government of Nigeria, whom you protect, so that London may plunder Biafrans' resources? The fourth question. Is the oil and gas of Biafra the reason that BBC is obsessed and terrified by the agitation for freedom by the victims of 400 years of British colonial thievery and crimes against humanity? And the fifth one, we call on the good people of the world to ask BBC and UK government why it aids and abates the genocide in Nigeria by spreading lies, propaganda, and disinformation against Biafran freedom fighters. BBC, we know that you are United Kingdom government agents of imperialism with no modicum of shame. Take down your wicked fake documentary against the victims of genocide and stop your sadistic meddling in the lives of black Africans. Now pay close attention.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE coming to you via Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alu province of Biafra land, and today is the 12th day of July 2022, being Tuesday. Do not forget, we are live and direct. Our lines are now open. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. You can call us and give us your view, but do not forget the topic of our submission today that says Fulani has their agenda, which is Fulanization. What is our own agenda? What has been our own agenda? Today we have Biafra as our ideology, as our agenda. Before, we stupidly took Nigeria as our agenda, which is the cause of our problems, because our so-called political elites, they were not visionaries. They didn't have visions. They were just there for themselves, thinking that they can maneuver, thinking that it is like that. No, it isn't. I have callers that are coming. Let me see. Caller on direct line. Wait, just hold on. Let me connect you. Sometimes all these things. Let me put you on connection, please. Please hold on. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Please go on. You're on air. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Caller on direct line, once again, can you hear me? Please go on. You see the problem? When you call, you cannot, you just occupy the line, you don't concentrate. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Caller on direct line.
Yes. Good evening.
Yeah, well, welcome to the program.
Yeah, okay, for coming from his election.
There, go on, please.
His location. Nnamdi, even in IPOB, Igbo raising one in our agenda. The agenda of IPOB, and then before IPOB, Bohanes and Dori, and Bohanes and Dori, the agenda is there with church. Church will do my way boot up one Igbo. On our wagon, now say,
some people out there here. Mazi, Kamara Urogo Kunono. Some people out there here church. Some people can know in another way. They don't understand. Your mother experience. Mazi, please.
Fire above Katana, the Bagalundi Logi. Then I do for nothing that only moon and the awful the Hapogi. Only moon and the Harapogi. Yeah, no, I could to be a mayor. P2B can not do the mother, Western the mother. P2B, a new nakabat, no matter of I am a reviewer. P2B, I have put them for me. You will learn in Bibo, you will learn in the Nigeria. P2B, how many state governors, non-labor, how many state governors can labor yet produce? How many senators can labor yet produce? How many legislatures can Labour Party yet produce? And the P2B, open a P2B, for instance, maybe open a work to the plans of the Fulanis, the superpower, the senator, the majority house in the Senate House will impeach him. My brother, if Biafra is with so much thank God on Nnamdi Kanu one name, minus Nnamdi Kanu
I wanna honestly.
Church a legal poor man, church they are left poor man. I'm not saying Belunde, I don't know Belunde, Belunde, for years, church in the prayer of Nigeria in this place will later. Only change. My brother, I am with agenda. The only agenda I work about Biafra,
of course,
and the IPOB, and by the grace of people, Kika as far as the Chineke nano anybody, I am with Biafra. I am with Biafra this year, next year, before more 3 years coming, Biafra will come.
Of course.
Because of one day, Madam Mebe, Biafra will come, my brother.
It will. It will.
Only our agenda now, about PVC, about Nigeria president, our agenda now is Biafra.
That's it.
And then we question try call on Diko
Ganero.
Over somebody have an open eye. Oh, I'm saying Nanda Hausa no one but from Hausa. Ebe kana gagade na akuku mmiri befa. Esi obodo nda aba na obodo nda as far as Nanda nwe mmiri. Esi obodo nda aba na obodo nda, esi obodo nda aba na obodo nda. Ndị Fulani na monitor mmiri niile dị na ni dị na Biafra land.
Onye mere ha ji Mazi, onye mere ha ji push this water bill. So that the waterways in the whole of our land becomes to the federal government. We don't have to question them.
Yes.
You understand? Yeah. They are coming on at everywhere from all sides. They were Mazi.
Yes. And even the mistake in the Bible, ma mmadụ pụta na Chineke nna ya na ole ya ọgụ. Dibebe ekpele Mazi. Mana ndị ụkọchukwu niile ndị bishọp anyị niile nwe sekuriti bụ egbe ha nche niile nwe sekuriti na-echefa nche apụtazi asị ndị ogbenye jeberụ na Chineke nna na-eche unu nche mana fanwa nwe sekuriti na-echefa nwa nche ekwuo gọọmenti enye ha sekuriti ndị ogbenye ka onye nye anyị sekuriti. My brother, church ele na ihe chọọchị mgbe anyị na Igbo amara ma ya na-atọkwa na ya in next 100 years. Mana atengo kwa chukwu okike abịama Chineke nna ga-edebe nna ndị okwu chukwu kamendo debe IPOB ọgụ n'ime IPOB na-anọ site n'ike nke chukwu okike abịama a ga-enweta ife na-achọ n'aha Jizọs.
Ise.
My brother, can cut or can do
just like what you said, like what our brother said, I want to say something also to add. People that are saying God will protect, they pray God, they believe in God's protection, but they don't talk truth to power. They are afraid. The other day, Adebayo said that people should defend themselves. After he said, no, I didn't tell people to buy gun. No. Why? Because he's afraid of arrest. Why wouldn't God protect him from being afraid? Because God knows that what he's saying is truth. That people are being killed, massacred, so they have to defend themselves. So it's common sense. When we come here to talk about what Christianity, what religion is doing in our land, people don't some corrupt mind, I should say, don't even maybe they don't understand. Because maybe one way or the other they are still eating from religious gathering. I don't care. That is not my problem. We should call a spade. I'm telling you. We should call a spade instead of this hypocrisy. God will protect you. You pray every time. God will protect you. Okay, why not speak truth to power and come out and say yes? The other time, Suleiman said, "If you see any Fulani man in this premises, kill him." Didn't he run away? Is it not the former governor of Oyos Ekiti that protected him? Why didn't God protect him? Sometimes, our brother say it will take another 100 years to deliver. People don't understand what this religious teaching have done in our brains, and that is why I dedicate every Saturday now for the foreseeable future, in order to try to untangle, expose the facts, so that people will judge and make a good judgment and take a good decision. Let me pick another call on direct line. Caller on direct line, please. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Callers on Signal and WhatsApp, please hold on. I'll come to you. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line.
Daddy, actually, you can 1 year on the question today.
Mazi, please repeat. Your voice is far. I don't know. Go on.
I said good evening once again. Good evening, Biafrans, lovers of freedom, everywhere you are. My question is this. I want to start by asking, what about our mommy that usually anchor the program with you? She's not feeling fine or what?
She's okay. It's on Saturdays. He's on Saturdays. He was here on Saturday. So next Saturday, God willing, he will be there.
Perfect. Okay, my regards to her wherever she is. Let me start saying something now.
Yes, go on. Are you still there? I don't know. Zoo network. I don't know. Mazi, are you still there? No. Caller on WhatsApp. You are the first. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
I hear you, sir. Mazi, good evening.
Welcome to the program.
My name is Puma. Calling from my location, the Zoo Dungeon. Mazi, your submission this evening really touched me. What is our agenda? Of course, our agenda is nothing but Biafra. But it baffles me that our people do not understand what they really mean by our agenda and what we really want. Because our people doesn't know what they really want. Because if they know what they really want, they will know that Biafra is the way forward. There is no two ways about that. You come to the Zoo Dungeon, what is happening now? Everybody is saying about, you see Igbo man, everybody is saying obedience. Go and get your PVC. This is our time. I engage on some youth. I say, what do you mean? Do you really mean now that our people doesn't know what we want, or we cannot stay in one focus? The world is watching us, just like as you said. The international community is watching us, and IPOB have gone so far. The IPOB family have gone so far by protesting all over the world, going to places, going to the mightiest places, and the world have heard us, and they are watching us. And now they want to rob Peter and pay Paul. That is what Nigerian Zoo government is bringing for us with British government. They are the people that colonize us, and they are people that are running this nation, and they are the people that determine who rule what happened in this nation. Now they talk to our brother. Immediately our brother go to England and come back. He changed. He jumped out from PDP and enter Labour Party. Now everybody is chanting obedience. Go and get your PVC.
And you see, what baffles me, you see a M16 agent Mossad agents or Obasanjo supporting him. There I confirm my suspicion. I'm telling you honestly. That's why right from time I've been saying, look, don't say it's impossible. Obasanjo is supporting him, carrying him, because Obasanjo is agent of British agents. Direct.
Yes.
So they know what they are doing. They want to quell our agitation for good, once and for all, so that as our people are sentimental, okay, let us is obedient. After, let us see. Okay, he enter into power and did everything. He turned Nigeria into heaven for 4 years. After that, what happens? What next? Our people don't reason beyond that. We are sure every time we remember Mbakwe. Mbakwe is a very good governor. But why all his legacies didn't remain? The whole industries he built, none remains. Because we are in a quagmire caliphate situation. Had it been we are in a good country of our own, Mbakwe's legacy, one company would have begotten 5, 10 by now. Each company, each factory would have begotten 10, 20 by now. And the things will continue growing. But no, lo and behold, another person that will come will destroy everything. And we start shouting, hey, things are bad, because you don't have focus, no agenda. Mazi, go on, please.
Mazi, that is exactly what is going on in our life. Sometimes if I engage with them in interruption or in arguments, I get tired of them, I get peace of them. Do you really know that what our people is doing now, that they want to say that thing that happened in the Bible? Give us Barnabas and crucify Jesus. That is what exactly our people is doing. Mazi have sacrificed a lot of things for us. Mazi have opened our eyes. He have told us all that is happening and everything comes to pass. And he has given his life, submitting himself for our freedom. And at this point in time, the world is watching. Everybody is watching. All the whole world, the war powers, everybody is watching. Let's see what these people is made of. Let's see what are they going to made of. And this time around, what our people is going to do is give us obedience. BBC. I ask, after 4 years, what is it going to be the outcome of it? Is he going to give us freedom? Or after 4 years, when will give us the leadership of Nigerian JUL government, then the whole thing, the whole agitation, and that is their plan, the whole agitation will come down. Then we will start saying that yes, we have gotten the power. Is it the power that we really want, or we need freedom? We want to stay on our own.
Mazi, is not even power. That is ceremonial power, ceremonial presidency. If B is there, is like Azikiwe, ceremonial presidency. Power still lies on the caliphate. Oh, they will just be detecting what you do. They will give you just small privilege. Do so that your people will also know that you are doing for them. Or they do small, and he will do. And people will say, "Hey, do this, you do that." But overall, after 8 years, what will happen? We continue. We go back to the status quo and start shouting, calling for America to come and help. They are marginalizing us. Mazi, our people are. We need updates. Our people need updates. Please, Mazi, round up so that another person that is waiting will speak. Please.
Mazi, you're right there. We need updates. We need updates, and you keep hammering it. You're hammering the nail at the head. We are hearing. We are listening, and people are also hearing. And I know there is thousands of millions of people, Biafrans, who buy this idea, who know that no retreat, no surrender. This point in time, we shouldn't be talking about PVC. Let every Biafrans, wherever you live, in abroad, in Nigeria, in the zoo dungeon, in Biafra land, let us hit him. Let us start hitting it. Let us hitting the atmosphere. Let it be hitting. Let it be hitting. No surrender. Consistency. That is what Mazi said. Consistency. Let us just know what we need, and our goals is Biafra. Our agenda is Biafra. No retreat, no surrender, no more, no less. We are not going back, we are not returning. Anything that we need is Biafra. Let them give us Biafra. And Biafra is our agenda, is our final. So, Mazi, I rest my submission here. That's to come. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Remain blessed. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. The caller on direct line.
Yes, sir. Good evening once again. Sorry, I had a shortage of my airtime, so I had to go and do my normal sowing of seed instead of sowing it inside the useless church. Animals everywhere. I have to refill borrow card and immediately. What did you? So let me go straight to the point that I want to talk about. So do you know that in the course of your presentation, you make some remark like you're going to be asking people questions like, why is it that we are always quarreling with these people, that they are fighting for Islamization of Nigeria and Nigeria at large? Then what are we doing about that? Somehow, I'm just paraphrasing it, if I can acknowledge. Now, sir, I want us to understand something. A lot of things have been playing out. Even before you answered my call, you made a remark also that we need update. Nobody need any update. I swear into my blood. Even my father that is in the grave, nobody need any update from anybody. The scripture says something for those who love the New Testament and those who love the Old Testament. The same is and was, the same verb, the same word, all the letters were not reversed. The same thing we are just made open to everybody to understand. He said, at the end of the time, I will make a new law into the tablet of every man's heart. Nobody needs to go to each other's neighbor's house to tap and say, teach me the word of God. Do you understand? So with the scripture or not the scripture, with the Quran, not the Quran, with any useless religion you can talk about on earth or not, you have the spirit of him that created heaven and earth in you. So anybody coming out to tell you that you need an update is a lie. You are even petting them. I hate this human being they created among us. I hate them with all my say I will call the Boko Haram to cut off your head. Because I don't know why you will be answering your name and you are telling another person that your name is not just conducive anymore for you, but you prefer to answer Abdul Salam Abubakar. Animals everywhere. So let me come down again. Do you know that somebody was making a tape that was so viral, 2 days ago, and it has been played on this radio Biafra? Even my friend, who is a member of this Agri State Sports Club, called my attention this afternoon. He said, "Man, this thing Nnamdi Kanu is saying is finally a truth." Now somebody is me. I said, "Forget that. We have listened to it severally. Those things are old stories. We are still waiting for you people to make use of the information we have been giving to you people." Then what I'm saying is this people be clamoring for presidency. Is he not listening to what this individual, because the individual, I don't think is an Igbo man. Now, if P2B is alive and know what is good for him, because many people will say, hey, it's a propaganda from IPOP. They want to change the narrative. They don't want us to vote. They don't want us to bring the P2B. They don't want. But the foundation has been corrupted because the constitution will never allow us to get this thing right. So what is P2B trying to do? Is it trying to engage all the Biafrans again at large? They said what they have accused our father Ojukwu to have given to us. Then is he trying to reinstate that same war again? But Nnamdi Kanu has been going in the ways of peace. Come, all you that are well lettered, all you that are well read, come in the round table. Let us have the understanding and restructure and do things rightly. And none of them acknowledge this. Now you are telling me that you want P2B to come and change the constitution of Nigeria because he knows how to shoot gun, or he believes in killing human beings. He does not believe in all those things. So anybody coming in this platform should come with his biro and pencil or slate, however, like those of the Fulanis, so that we can direct how to use your chalks on your slate. So it's not about talking. the thing is that the people you have been talking to, they are not making use of this information. So it's as good as let's keep talking, let them be doing their own thing, because the day is coming, a day of reckoning is coming, that all of them, I promise them this, they will come back confessing, but it's too late by then. If I die today, I don't die early, I die very late, because I'm no longer happy with the situation of what is going on in this scenario, in this vicinity called area. So each time I hear your voice and mommy voice, I become so encouraged. But one thing again is this, there are this last, was it your last presentation in the Biafra? Was it 4 days ago or 5 days ago? Please, that presentation is interesting. If you can call Mazi Chineke, I think he knows how to speak Hausa. Tell him to interpret, begin from the beginning and interpret that presentation that you run that day with mommy. I want you people to send that information to him. Let him interpret it, because it's a whole lot of powerful message released that day. I want the whole Biafran to listen to that tape, that message. Let him interpret it. Let him use it on his own topic that day and repeat it. I'll be happy. Thank you. Honestly. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you all. Bye.
Remain blessed. Caller on signal. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, my brother Jonathan, I'm hearing you.
Welcome to the program.
My name, my name is Stefan Chukwumada Duchi, and I'm coming from the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Thank you for picking my call, and good evening, Biafrans and lovers of freedom. You see, Sheikh Ahmed Gumi and the Renault Mokri and people like that, like all those that carry them, these are people who are gaslighting our people, so to put them in a state of confusion, to let it seem as if the Biafrans are no more agitating, they are not for. It's a big lie. Those who I can touch safe that real IPOB family members are focused in our leaders' release and our referendum, or outright getting Biafra by ourselves, because nobody should make a mistake. Our calmness, our lawfulness, our due process we are following doesn't mean that we will stay like this if they say they will not give us. But we want to fulfill all righteousness and to show the world that we are peaceful and lawful. So Shekumi and Renault Mokli should put their Igbophobia and Biafra-phobia to where the sun doesn't shine. Because that Shekumi is a very deceitful old man, and Renault Mokli is duplicitous, so disingenuous human being. So we are not listening to them, because Shekumi said his son married from Yoruba. So if Nigeria divide, where will the grandson belong to? Look at the logic an old man is given. So if you are a German and your wife come from Holland, your son as a German doesn't know that he's a German and can even have a Dutch citizenship. That is by the way. So what I'm saying that we must intensify our agitation to show them that we are not joking. Anybody can do whatever they want in Nigerian politics. We don't care. We want freedom. And my brother, please, I claim to your indulgence to relay this message to whoever may, be able to decide on it. I'm suggesting a 1 million Biafran 1 million man march in Geneva, the United Nations headquarters in Geneva in October, before our leaders' court case. Because a child that says that his mom will not sleep. Just a day of 1 million man march, so that anybody who wants to partake will come the day before or very early on the day. Not some people coming late on the first day and then just one day, 1 million march on on United Nations to tell them we want to go, because by then the zoo campaign will be heating up, and we want our leaders to come out from that next court case, and we'll be telling United Nations what we want. We want Biafra, whatever Nigerians want, like, let them do, So I want to tell Biafrans, we must walk, we must watch, and we must pray. There's no contradiction there. No one but ourselves will free ourselves, our minds, our people, and our homeland. For anybody who is not telling you to organize and see how you can defend yourself and support those who are defending you, anybody who is not telling you how to support ESN is misleading you. They are giving politicians and kidnappers hundreds of millions and billions of naira, and even dollars, the case may be, but they are not supporting those who are defending our homeland, so that our mothers and sisters will not be raped, and our young men cannot walk our street, and our fathers cannot go to their work without being tagged wanting and being oppressed and terrorized. So this is the time that you must have a clear priority, and that clear priority is defense of our motherland by supporting the legitimate vigilante, which is our vigilante. Our defense is ESN. Don't start helping and aiding those criminals who want to use the name of defending our people and robbing our people in order to sow the seed of disaffection in what we are doing. But as long as Chukwu Kabia lives, they will not succeed. But because those who wanted to tear down the structures of IPOB and our leadership, they fared woefully, and so shall anybody who is trying to show disaffection in the minds of Biafrans in our motherland, so shall they fare. God bless you, my brother. God bless Biafra. Good night.
Well, remain blessed too. Thank you very much. We must continue. I have Mazi. Nnamdi, please hold on. Let me pick this call on direct line. Caller on direct line. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Mazi.
There.
My name na Chika. I still remain Chika. From Obingwa Mazi. But I call from Benin, Cotonou, Mazi. Mazi, I greet you once again. I greet Ahmadike, one of Biafra land. The prophet of my time, my savior of my own time. Mazi, make God keep all of you alive and give you more strength and power to continue this job as you are doing to your motherland. Mazi, this question I do tonight, Mazi, I want to contribute like this. You see, in agenda, we have no agenda, Mazi. We don't have any agenda until the arrival of the savior Ahmadike, one of Biafra land, came to exist. Until his arrival, he is the one that brought an agenda to us today, Mazi. The many don't use, we don't have agenda. We don't have agenda. Now, we the Biafrans entirely, because we lack political in life, we are not political people as a race, and we are not organized. That is why we have no new agenda, but we say this is our agenda. So today, our American have come in order to organize us and bring up what is an agenda that we are following, which is Biafra, through IPOB umbrella. That is today we are ready to fight and continue fighting to prevail in order not to be conquered by our fellow black man, which is Fulani. That's he said that's how it is. He said this one is all about the survival of the people. Now, before I was always blaming Fulani, but now this time around, I don't blame them again. Rather, I pick so many things I learn from what they are doing in order to activate what we are doing, because before we always are blaming them. Now we are the people now, conquering people. It's not the Fulani race. But we are the people championing this one Nigeria now. We are the people who are campaigning for them, shouting one Nigeria. We not be we that are being killed by the same people who want to conquer us. Now, Fulani just go and prepare people in order to come and counter what we're doing, so that they will showcase the word that they see. Those people who they talk about freedom of IPOB today, Nigeria, not in the final. People who they say then the IPOB, then they fight, they won't come up from Nigeria, then they fight for freedom. You see, we can define political power. You see, so that means nobody will talk about Biafra. You see, and the people didn't know. That is why you come and that to put sign for our Gary, not making come out. You know anything they do now. And again, now this agenda where this Fulani don't get for their brain for many donkey years for not an agenda. People be going to stop Fulani not to accomplish that the Nigeria is their land. The answer is no. People can never stop Fulani not to grab all the whole land in the best of them. You know, it is just to deceive people. Nobody they talk about that. You know what is the deal. Now, if you talk about our people now, we will be teaching religious as they carry this religious facility for head. Maybe them they protect, they campaign now, they support what Islamists they do. Now, Bishop Ika says even they support the ticket by the Muslim. But now the same people where they suffer for the hand of the same Islamists. Now, Mazi, I don't know how they reason, carry their brain, go back there, say, within Nigeria, they inside the suffer now, religious war and the ethnicity, not the secrets of Nigeria, where they kill everybody today. But for them to make you turn, come out and start to recruit, to fight to say that we can be able to rescue ourselves, no. Waiting the request now money because that money sell them inside their brain, inside their eye, they don't know waiting their future. But if you don't know waiting, they get at them, and that's agenda where they start 200 something years ago. They don't achieve them for Arabic commerce. And many death now they come. And now they still say they never satisfied. That's why they want to push the agenda overall the whole threat that is made in the core Nigeria. Now they push the come. And they see the come and we fear. But we pretend like we don't know what we will suffer. Then now religious war and the ethnic battle 9 days for grand now for only one is still on me. You see? I know they blame them. But we, that is why God will give us our Savior. They come put wage, come put this, they tell them say, Nigeria na your land. But Nigeria na your land. Anything you want to do for that property, that land na your land, Nigeria is fine. That's everything out of that fake. Na your land, no drag you. But if that land is here for you, you cannot kill us and take our land because you cannot conquer us again. After British, you don't conquer us, go. Now you come again for second missionary journey. We say no. That is why Hamadike come out in order to defend our land. You know, they drag the Nigeria with them. No, they don't do Nigeria. Let them push everything. They let they kill everything over there, but that is the way the kind of it doesn't matter. But that land is here for them. And the Hamadike don't come out. They have to fight for the land so that we will have our life to live. British should conquer us, Europeans should conquer us, and they go scot-free. Nobody judge them today, say, why you go conquer Africa? No, because this life, as you said, Martin, I say what you do, is survivor or the fittest. If you can go to any country, any village, any community and conquer, and take their land, build that place for the betterment of your race, do it. God will even bless you. You are out of the land, you will be happy for you because you do fight to better your people's life, not only you alone.
Of course.
This is the way I do, Mazi. You know this is the way I do. Before olden days was controlled by the Benin Empire. Take away Benin Day, take away a day in fact this part of the land now was under Benin control empire. Good night. I feel the next week.
Thank you. We must continue. Caller on okay, let me pick Mazi Chibike Nodim. Welcome to the program. You have been there since how long? 17 minutes, going to 18 minutes. Go on, please, Mazi.
Good evening, Mazi Jonathan. Here is Chibike Nodim. I'm coming from Ben. Good evening, my fellow Biafrans. Good evening, everyone. Listen, Mazi, as always said, your program and your content are always exceptional, and it always calls for food for thought, that there is something somebody must add into it, but not to remove, because you are always on the top notch. But there is one place I would like to add something, maybe you haven't seen it like that, on the issue or the misconception of the Southeast. You've been touching this severally. I don't know, I'm not giving any excuse to any ignorant person, those who are supposed to know, but maybe this is the reason why they do what they do. If you place the map of the zoo in front of you, the location where we reside and where the Biafra is southeast. The where we call Biafra or Eastern is southeast, south and east. This is where we are located. Maybe this is why they call it not the other way, the so-called the geopolitical placement of southeast, which made it 5 Igbo states. And maybe they are using the original format of calling.
Mazi, I understand what you mean, but let me come in here. Let me tell you, the caliphate, the Fulani, the caliphate, they are highly political. You understand? Sometimes even you remind them on the trick to use. It comes from even our voice. What you are saying is understandable, but in the actual sense of it, it is not that. The reason, let's say Nigeria was formed on a tripod. The north, originally, the north, the southwest, the southeast. That is it. Right from time, there was it should have been called Southeast. Why wasn't it called Southeast? So what is happening? Because when they divided the 6 geopolitical zones, they have the Northeast. You understand? So they put the Northeast, Northwest, North Central. Now they come to us and say South East and South. Okay. Now the question you should ask is this, or the question one should ask is this: why is it that only our own so-called newly carved out geopolitical zone, because it was before East, the Eastern region, from there, in order to divide us more, they carved out East Central States. You understand? They called us East Central States, ECN. Now this Southeast and South, it is something among that 6 geopolitical zone. Now, why are they? We have Northeast, Northwest, but in political statements, you seldom hear it. You don't normally hear it from their mouths. All you hear is the North. All you hear is the North.
Mazi, can I come in there?
Yes, okay, go.
Can I come in?
Yeah.
The reason why it can work in the North is because the people in power, forcefully, as you earlier alluded, are the Fulani people who has their agenda. They control the political structure, they control the mainstream media, they control everything over there. This is why they only push it inside the mainstream or outside the mainstream to keep on propagating North. But do not forget that within that North, there are majority of Christians whose voice are not heard, but they are in majority. This is also a question all of us have to ask ourselves why. Now, you come down to the south where we belong, the so-called Southeast. In this area, because we are conquered people, we are still conquered, Mazi, understand this. We are a conquered people, we do not have control over nothing in our life. And there are the conquerors, they possess the media, the breed, the electronics, and everything. They fix who will rule you. And once they position somebody who will rule you, no matter the level, they tell you what to say. This is why when you look at our politicians, they say they are the ones propagating this division more than even the Northerners. When they want to speak about Igbo land, they say Southeast. When you get to the so-called Riverine area, they say South-South. Do you understand why this is happening? It is happening because we are still conquered. We are not in control of nothing.
But you know, the way you are sounding as if we have to continue that, you know, we are giving them excuse so that we continue like let me come in, please. This is why we are fighting. You know, fighting for freedom is if we remove ourselves from the situation we are in. So we have no right or to make mistake or to continue in the trend they put us. That is my point. If we continue giving excuse, okay, this is why we call out this because this and that, it means we are giving them the legitimacy to continue, which means we are no more fighting. Fighting should be all round. You understand? So there should be. I'm coming. I will allow you to speak. You know, fighting should be all round. You know, if we continue giving excuses, which means, you know, we even remove this every other thing, we mellow it down, say don't worry. Well, everything have a reason. Everything has a reason for it. So we don't care about that reason. We know that we were defeated in a war, but we are not completely conquered. Let me tell you, I don't believe that we are conquered, being conquered. Now, from 1970 till now, they try to conquer us. They defeat us. You can defeat. Japan was defeated in the Second World War, but not completely conquered. Now they are up. You cannot mess with them, no matter what. Germany was defeated in the Second World War, but not conquered. Now they are out, they are up again. So we shouldn't continue lying down on, we are I don't like being, we are not conquered. We are defeated but not conquered. There are two different things. Being defeated, you rise up again. But once you are conquered, it's finished. You are no more. You cannot do no more. It's down for you. So that word conquered, it's not the right word. Is defeat. We are defeated. Well, now they start the process of total conquer from 1970 till today, which now we understood. Our leader come up through the help of Chukwu Okabiama in order to reverse that conquer they want to impose on us. Had it been we are conquered, which means there will be no need for trying to put a water bill, trying to put Ruga. They do anything they want. We remember, we have population. Biafrans, even Igbos, we have population. Is something. Mere population is a weapon. People don't understand this. We can turn something because of our ordinary population. We can blockade everything. That is it. It's the reality. That is what they are trying to change the demography by importing people from everywhere, now making you to believe that, look, this Fulani, they are more popular, they have population also. Whereas we Biafrans, we are populous. But the only thing is that we are ignorant of what we can even use population to do. That is the problem. So when we start giving excuse, no, we call out it because this and that. That excuse, it doesn't go. It doesn't go. Our leader have said it right from time. Said this Southeast and South rubbish should be removed from our lexicon because we are fighting. Once we are fighting everything. That is why even every Saturday we come up with religious discussions, because we are fighting all round. We need to liberate ourselves from all round. No excuse is allowed. That is what I'm saying. Mazi, go on, please.
Mazi, you are perfectly right. You are right. Every sane person who is into this struggle will understand you perfectly. There is no argument. There is no need to argue. We understand where we are going. But one thing you forget is there is a source where these things are coming from. How many percentage of our people do you think listening to us, IPOB? How many percent do you think? Do you think they are up to 1%? I mean, intensively, do you think they are up to 1%? Where do you think the majority get their news? These are the realities on the ground. 1% or 2% cannot be listening to you, and you expect this 1% to override the rest of the 80%. This is why it's so-called South and South-East persists. Because the news they watch, the channel television,
sorry, I don't know the way you are. Look, I'm not talking about those that are not listening or those that are not IPOB. That is not my problem. We have to after all, the mentality change started from one man. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started from one man. Do you understand? So you don't expect everybody to join. It is impossible. Now, you know, like in physics, what we call the centripetal force. You draw the force that draws to the center. Once it is hard, that force must be very, very strong. It will start drawing people to the center. That is why from the few percent, it doesn't matter, because 1% you are talking, I don't believe it. It is more than. But the little percentage you are talking, because everybody must not join. Now from that you see an Hausa man, a military man, a serving Hausa Muslim is saying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is right. Do you see it from the small percentage you are talking about? So in all, we have no excuse. I am not talking about people that are not in the fold, but let us be steadfast in our mentioning. Another person can call Southeast, you correct him. Say no, this is not Southeast, this is this and that. You correct him. You have done something. That is what I'm saying. But when we start reversing what our leader is doing by our vocation, by our pronouncements, it becomes very ugly. I'm not talking about people outside. So that's what I'm saying, Mazi. Please go on and round up, because
it becomes a setback. Exactly. We in IPOB, who understands who are the real pioneers and those pushing this struggle, shouldn't be making such mistakes.
That's my point. That's my point.
Those mistakes should be made by ordinary people who doesn't follow, or who are just band dwellers or whatever you might try to call them. But IPOB shouldn't, because they are the light and people follows this light. What I was trying to allude, not to draw this discussion length, is the source of where all this is. Because if you are not defining it where it is, people might not understand. This is just why I say let me touch, so that you also have to also understand why things are the way they are. That the South or Southeast did not just pop up from nowhere. That it is well constructed to be the way it is. So as long as people now understand, because so many people even doesn't know how to read map. Don't you know that? So many people doesn't know where is west and east and south and southeast. So many people doesn't know. So what they understand is what the media, and up until today, you know that this media are liars. The mainstream media are liars. But you know that
them. Mazi, that is why we continue fighting and countering them. It's a monstrous job.
But you know the saddest part of it is majority of our people, not even our people, the Western world still believe this lying media. That tells you that humanity is overrated, Mazi. Humanity are not what we think they are. Both whites, both blacks. But the only difference is here the white government has established a system that organizes their society. But the black ones who imitate the stupidity of the white hasn't done anything yet. This is why we are paying a very big price for our stupidity.
And do you understand? Yes, I know. But another thing, we fight. If we don't fight, it's just like for example, inside the bush, inside the forest, you see many types of plants grow. You see some grow very tall, you see some are tiny, some that cannot catch up. They will grow and die. They will not even catch sunlight. Others will grow and be catching sunlight for photosynthesis on top. That's why sometimes you go into a thick forest under is nothing inside, but everything will grow up. Do you understand? We keep on fighting. Let me give you an example. Look at Iran. For how long has Iran continued trying to manufacture nuclear bomb? They never give up. But the West, they say no. But they themselves, they never give up. Likewise, North Korea. In this world, you have to fight to take your space. That is one thing I want our people to understand. Giving an excuse doesn't mean anything. The world even wants you to all vanish, so that they will know that it will be they say, I think 2023 the world will be 8 billion complete. So they want even the world, they want any people that are weak, others will continue. That is why you see people continue fighting for one thing. Iran, take them how many years now with the sanctions? People are suffering. They say no, we must get this. South Korea, the same thing. If you become inconsistent and to give up, others will shout for joy and they will press down on you. You have to fight and get your stand in this world. If not, you become extinct. As a weakling, you go. That is what I'm saying. So Mazi, please round up just under 1 minute and let me
Mazi, okay, thank you. But thank you so much. We planted this issue, but let me ask our people who are clamoring for people. I'm not against whoever, but I'm a little bit sad that our people has derailed towards our goal. What has P2B told them that will make them better? I mean, every sane person knows that the only way Nigeria could be somehow slightly better is either you give power to separate region to determine their well-being or outright dissolution. These are just the only way. Let me ask our people who are jumping up for P2B, what has P2B actually told them that will change the situation? What is it? This is just to inform our people that they should always throw away their sentiments and emotion and use their common sense. Everything that human being has achieved in this world is through thinking, reasoning, and nothing more. Nothing more.
Of course.
Mazi, let me drop it here. We will continue. Thank you so much.
Mires, of course, honestly. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. If you stop fighting for what you want, others will clap for joy and shout for joy and continue. Take your space. That's it. You fight until, that is why you fight until you get what you want, no matter the sabotage, no matter anything. Now people will now finally say, welcome, you are really, they will congratulate you, say now you tried. Welcome to the big people's club. That is how the world is. If you fight and you see situation, you back down, you say, oh boy, now wow, this thing tough. You don't merit that position you are looking for. That is it. That is it. I could remember when our leader said, during 2015, when they formed their DOS, how do they call it? IPOB under DOS. They are still answering DOS. Some of our people thought that, even suggested to our leader that these people, they are bastardizing DOS, this name, Directorate of Sales, that we should change and answer another thing and Kuku leave DOS for them. Our leader said, no, you have to fight. If you want something, fight for it. That is it. And people now, their brain open. People enter into work. And after this, other people abandon that name. That is how the world is. If you see difficulty and run away, who lose? You become a weakling. That is the survival of the fittest. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp. You have been there since 35 minutes. Welcome to the program.
Yes, Dr. Jonathan, I'm here.
Mazi,
I'm here, listening. quietly, patiently.
Read patiently. You're watching.
Yeah, why are we fighting? We are fighting because of what they have did to us. We are having sleepless nights because of what they did to us. That's why every person are here. We didn't come, it has some question we ask in our family unit. It has some things we come out with debunk openly. Not in a situation of like this. Coming in the map to tell us the mean. Formally, we have why did they stop calling us East Central? And why did they create East Central during the war? And why did they stop calling us East Central? I don't want it to be a topic. We don't have any ideology. The only ideology we have is that is what gives us the strength and make us to know that we have ideology. After the war, instead of our people to relax and allow those that inflict wound on us, commit genocide on us, to come and say sorry, just like what they did to Germany. They come and build Germany back. But our people scatter. They start giving blames. Nobody hold any tangible thing. They start doing what? Scattering all over the place. And not even they scatter there to go. Not even say they scatter there. Not even say they scattered to go and get that money and come back and
no sense of organization. Nobody ever think let us secretly be organizing ourselves. No. Go on, man.
They start building. Instead of them to come and first build their home, they start building, doing everything. And these people are watching patiently. Somebody they did abandon property. It's not up to 5 years. You start building again. So now that is all they say. It's not so. It's not like that. That is what our people did. That if I remember, it pains me to my bone marrow up to today. And the gullible ones are still using it against us. I want to let people to know, those clamoring for Obi and not Obi, they are not IPOB. Those people are those people that are even then challenging our leader, challenging the IPOB, challenging our agitation. Anybody can put any picture he feel like to put. Gumi and the Rain or Mockery. These people have been a charlatan that can come out and speak anything. Person like Rain or Mockery cannot come back to Nigeria for a very long time after Goodluck Jonathan regime. He cannot come back. To Nigeria. So when you see anybody is talking today, he has an interest in what they are doing. And we will have an interest to restore Biafra back and to free our leader. And that is what we are fighting for. And that is why we are having sleepless nights. And that is why we cannot stop. I want to let Gumi to know and the whole world to know. If gun and bullet cannot stop us, do you think that 1 million of P2B can stop us? 1 million of P2B cannot stop us. And we are here, even on the internet, in anywhere, to tell them no. It doesn't mean how many we are, but how strength we are. Majority divided has no strength, but minority united has strength more than majority divided. I want to let them to know, IPOB still remain what we are. We are not going back for our quest for restoration of Biafra. Thank you, sir.
There were Mazi. There were. Remain blessed. I have callers coming on direct line. I want to pick. Let me see whether anyone can come again. I have people waiting on signal because I'm gradually descending. But in the meantime, no caller on direct line until people start speaking and they will start calling. Caller on signal. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi Jonathan.
There we go. There we
go. This is my first time na radio.
Okay. Odiki neba na tankwobi because noise odekwa.
Yes. Biafra can but I have to stop my business.
I know. Ndewo.
Mazi.
Go on. Gawanihu.
Hello?
Ganihu Neku.
Okay. This is our radio. In fact, thank God for Mazi Nnamdi and Ipob. Because since we don't know Radio Biafra, much of time and where the as a person. Now from this radio,
Mazi Kamjukenege, how long now? Just be sincere. How long go?
We don't know radio.
Yes, yes.
Yes, since Mazi Nnamdi can broadcast, can be don't know radio.
Okay, go on.
So, since we don't know radio, but my reasoning is different. Because I can check most of the things I know, because now I'm a high institution, now from Zoo can now. So what up then I am at school, where the any level. In fact, go out as my personal lecturer. Apart from I got to high institution, I got school. I'm not a high institution, but I make sure that now will MD every time to listen to this radio, because here and the radio and I will go again. So in the corner because most of them buy them is do to now that mentality how well will be for our brain. What did this over my hello? Okay. I think I want my PO remember, but now I'm hardcore Biafran from birth. I'm now this part of this middle belt. In the no other tribes. I will Fulani, like others I was at Bagi. I don't want to believe na Biafra. Manahana told you equal. Not on us around to go out with Fulani. They are emir with Fulani. They are governors with Fulani. Equal and so here I tell you the Quaku no okay referendum ruler Arab Nigeria. What I go? I want Hana support come on all George here equal.
Our bold, Mazi, let me tell you, our bold actions and consistency will empower them more to rise up at a time. Yes. It is like that.
Yes.
They are watching us.
Yes.
If that is why, like what you're saying now, that is why. Mazi, let me say something because you are using signal. That is why it pains me a lot when somebody will come on this platform and say, no, all of them are the same. Fulani Hausa, please, all of them are the same. This you don't know what you are causing. These people, no matter that they have or they are afraid, they are watching our consistency. They are watching our boldness. A time will come, they will explode when they see that we are unshakable. But when we start classifying them, going back to our vomit to say, no, they are the same. We don't, we made mistake before, but now we see that they are the same. It will discourage them even more. So that is it. Mazi, go on, please.
Yes. So, Mazi, this Ipob and Radio Biafra with the hope of every indigenous person in Nigeria. That is their only hope. That is their only hope. Even if some of them say they are listening to this radio. I was shocked when one baggy guy told me that he's listening to Radio Biafra.
Of course.
So with the Indra. So and again I had him to look because I'm an older easy, a mother easy, Manabiko, and they buy na try now support to radio and Ipob. Because that is our only hope. And because Mazi, who wanna try what this radio now got round na Alibo because Hogan candidate. In top many people now support mana radio anụwa anaghị anụ ya ịghọta ama m na ọdụrụ izi mana biko nwayọọ ka a tara ya ka ọ na-around ndị be anyị na-asọpọtụ ihe a na-eme even most people say na-anụ radio sef na-asọpọtụ ihe a na-eme ịghọtago oge onye kwutere okwu Biafra dị very happy mana some of them enwetabeghị redio and another thing chọrọ ikwu Mazi
onye ọwụna Mazi, in that case IPOB is trying, yes, but yes. we should not always also stay we try everything on a platter of gold. That is something. Yes. Our people should be making effort. There are many things involved in this, many sabotage about this our radio. So our people, just like you, maybe you are listening through IPOB community radio. You tell him if you have phone, please download it. If you have little data, instead of listening or going to watch prank on Facebook or going to watch this and that, take time listening through that this thing, because you go to something that is dear to you. That is the thing. Mazi, go on please and round up.
Yes, I'm through IPOB community radio now.
Yes.
When I come on Facebook, I'm a follow Biafra Echo, Rapture Media, Mazi, the general, Metusela, Panchani, and Neswa, even in many people, even in Machinas and Wolum,
telling people also. That is what I'm saying. Telling people to be doing like you. That is what I'm saying.
Even Nnamdi na ebe anụ anọ na middle belt ndị asụsụ ebe a na-akọ ọgbara otu Nigeria si aga onye onye atọrọ happy a na-echere ka Nigeria ka ekewa sef a na-eche ka ekewa kama na ụjọ na-atọ enwere onye nwere ike ikwu okwu. So Mazi, ihe gbasara this water bill na-ekwu biko
Mazi, go on, round up. I will not be interrupting you. You are talking to the whole world. Please, round up.
Okay. Because here pasal this water bill. Even na ndugu na-ekwukarị ihe anụ na oge anụla ya those days. Na ha use through air, land and sea block anyị. So this time now, ha chọpụtagoro na ihe ese anọgo n'ime ọhịa through our river. Mmiri ka ha chọrọ isi na-abịa now. Biko ka people dị very vigilant ebe ahụ na mmiri ka ha chọrọ isi na-abịa now. Ịma ha gogo fighter jet already dose these people dị very fast na ihe ha na-eme gogo fighter jet already dose for the air. So mmiri ka ha chọrọ isi na-abịa na that is why I concentrate na this water bill. And ihe ọzọ na-ekwukwe again ndị IPOB biko ụnụ adịghị encourage na most of ndị Igbo a na-support most of them amabeghị ihe na-eme dịka na metụtabeghị ha oge na-abịa ha ga na-ayọ with their resources with their money ka ha support ọkọta yesi na support biko unu continue na ọya dị mma n'iru jisi na ike ya gazie.
Ndewo. Thank you. Caller on WhatsApp, I think you're going to be the last caller. Welcome to the program. Please make it as brief as you could.
Good morning, Biafra, from my location.
Ndewo.
My name is Francis Abunchuku. I am one of the principal officer from China. My submission is Mazi Jonathan. I belong to Party of the Listening. I've been following you everywhere and been listening over. I never care to call, and today is the first day I tried to call, and I'm just lucky to get through. And what I want to say is that first, concerning about what people say, sometimes I'll hear people asking questions, what are we doing, why are we on defense, that this, according to what happened 2 days ago with association with Mazi Chinasa. Then I am trying to tell our people is what the Radio Biafra is doing is more than 1 million guns. What is being happening, what is happening in this Halo platform, if people can know that mental sanitization, mental freedom, and enlightenment being preached by Mazi Jonathan Chinedu is like a 1 million AK-47 with dynamite, with even armored all type of armories. Because once the mind of our people cleared, once our people will start reasoning properly, there is no military, there is no army greater than that. What Radio Biafra is actually doing is like a kerosene or on a concrete ground. You will not see the effect. You just pour a liter of kerosene. It takes time. You saw the kerosene, it will start sinking on the ground. This is the word, the teachings that are coming from Radio Biafra is doing in the heart of our people, and even some people beyond, even Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo. So I just call now to encourage Mazi Jonathan, Mada, Marian Heda, China Sanworu, all the members of the US who have bringing their time to come in and be teaching our people to know what they're supposed to know. Kachineke Gozion, Kachuku Kabema Banome. Another thing I want to say again is, we know that trust is being earned. We don't give trust to people. We don't trust people. If you want people to trust you, you have to earn it. And the current men in DOS have earned our trust. How do they earn that trust? They earn our trust by staying fast on what they believe. Just like your submission is, what is our goal and what is our agenda? It's only one purpose. Our short-term goal is to get our leader out of the DSS dungeon. Our long-term goal is to get Biafra. DOS has stand upon all the whole acquisition, upon all the whole shenanigans the enemy have thrown on them. DOS members have shown to be a men that are trusted. So people are watching all these things. When you people are talking, just know that majority of us, we are a majority. Just like there's a three-color that come out that say it's only 1%. No, majority of people are listening, and the most of us that are listening never bother to call. We don't care to call. So of us listening in the car, most of us listening when we even at work. We use this thing to, as a solace to our soul, especially your program, Mazi Jonathan. To me, I've seen a lot of people also doing that. They listen over and over and over. So what you guys consider in doing and what you guys are doing in the mind of the Biafrans and the mind of majority of us, in even the whole contraction called JUL, is great. Continue. You are going to see the impact. It's going to take some years, maybe 5 years. You're going to see the impact. I just want to call you to tell you that the message you are passing is reaching and is doing wonders. And it's more than any armory you can think about. More than any armory. More than any armory. We are not on defensive. Somebody called China Sanworu yesterday. He was asking, what is IPOP doing? Why are we on defense? Actually, I refuse that argument. We are not on defense, because our title is to destroy the zoo with the truth, and we are still preaching the truth. And the people now eyes have opened to understand that what our leader is saying is actually the truth. We actually wanting more souls now than before. So all things working together for good. What all the things that have happened is actually returned to good to us.
Of course.
Let me give gap for other people to talk. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bless.
Yeah.
Caller on direct line. Welcome to the program. Please, if I pick your call, because I should be closing, but you make it as brief as possible. 2 minutes. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line, can you hear me? No. Caller on WhatsApp, Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Please, you have 2 minutes.
Yes, Mazi Ndewo.
Ndewo kwa.
Humble Amarachi.
Ndewo.
So today is my first time up on a program, Mazi.
Ndewo, no.
Yes, Mazi will him chiriku. Ebemisi, but I told me by that biko. Ebemisi.
The number.
Our people, yes. But Ebemisi na Biafra. I told me by
okay.
So our people may raise Alahani, may raise Alani Hanwe. So Mazi Mahimeni, so Hana Ebutalo Hana Hani. So on the police na Hagere, Hajeba report Naka Dames na unde IPOP. So unfortunately my brothers na my brother no one IPOP or what call IPOP. So only coordinator ha so na that place. So hande kojo ha Ejeba report they tell the whole hande IPOP ni no my own community. We jam dame how on the IPOP and how on the ESN because the gateway I make has ala community so the no apopolitalizanya na the IPOP no na our place eza has na actually by that place so eza war no has na that place no we onye IPOP no na community because that man was police before. So now to hand the Fulani and mega our people. So yeah, no and I don't know to dame our place. So no only IPOP no na our place. So ndame could be na I don't know because you would have only police because you would have the police. Na I don't know only army our place. So ndame I put on it again. So the IPOP agazie you can let the man. Yes, now one of IPOP but not him here. No cross our community. So we cross the down. So my demands don't enjoy but thank you, good night.
Thank you very much for sticking to the time. That is what we are saying. It's still our people that we go and sell our own people just for peanuts. And one funny thing is this: you see these people, they will go church, read the Bible, and Esau sold his birthright. They will read and speak in tongue. Which kind of human being are these? Without the internal saboteur, the Fulani will do nothing. He will have nothing, no power. It's only still our people. Onye ya na nwanne metro brace moku ya gakwo ndị amị na onye ESN. You know, sometimes like I used to see, one of our brothers used to say that ilegide ndị bayo dịka so no happen people ka ekpochapụ from the face of the earth because our character sometimes is disgusting. But I say no, what about people like you and I? Because of people like you and I. What of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What of others? So that's it. You know? So the problem, the main problem is us. That is it. So I have a caller on signal. Please, caller on signal, you have 2 minutes. You see how the other caller made it. 2 minutes, please.
Okay, sir. That's Jonathan.
There we There we Mazi.
Biafrans all over the world. All these pastors in Biafra land, they are hot. How the Bible that's our shit. Even the word we speak, that's our way we find it. Every word together. This is the body. That's the Jonathan. You will be Biafra. That's Jonathan. You see, Fulani, their agenda is to flexible and follow you are saying. And we Biafrans then,
our own agenda IPO is to restore our life back. I went no, Japan. And then the Kanu, if I bring our data out for us, and we say scratch on the bottom of our knee. Only we know. But what you can't do about this girl that gave them to is the one that sent our this. I mean, let us the first. Nonsense. That's Jonathan. Go, take it with that. That's it, you don't do. That's the Lotawara. Take the option the one give us what is now. For people to carry them, who can be our answer. And this is the generation, the owners of the world. Biafra, do you know that we, the Biafrans, we are the owner of this one? That's the generation that you don't know. They turn everything upside down. And then we go to the most time because of this earth. Every creation, animals, I don't get it, I lion. The people that give us some sort of violence, let them tell me this earth. Everybody on the planet. I walk out. Then the chicken goes them, what was then? Then I feel the second address, chapter 11. The second address, chapter 12. Chapter 13, chapter 14, chapter 15, chapter 16. From chapter 11 to chapter 16, then after chapter 15 and the chapter 16, very important. Becoming disaster. And the Biafrans, anywhere you are, get the power from the earth. If you take the power away, make a shot at every network, right? If they want, give us some shot. Let them have the country come out and say that it's on the side. Like fire. Let them think about it with this. Everyone, America, Japan, United Nations, everyone is crying. We want that our life back.
Mazi, your time is up.
No. But I want you to go there.
There we go. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. Caller on WhatsApp, you have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes. Please. I love people that are disciplined. I love people that are disciplined, that stick to the rules. Caller on WhatsApp, you are the last caller. You have 2 minutes, please. Go on.
Thank you very much, Mazi Jonathan, for giving me the opportunity to call in. My name is Obin. I'm calling from London. Mazi,
you called late.
Our agenda, yes, Mazi, I've been calling, but you know how it is. Other people have been overshadowing me, but that's fine. I keep dialing and dialing and dialing until I get through. So Mazi, thank you for the opportunity, Mazi. Mazi, our agenda will change, and it will never change. Our agenda is to restore Biafra. Every other thing is secondary. I need our people, wherever they are listening to you, know this. Whatever they are doing, whatever role they are seeking, whatever venture they are going into, whatever mission they are attending to, have one single agenda. The agenda is to restore identity, is to restore Biafra, to restore the dignity of our people, bring our people into a one state, into a territorial region where we can protect them. This is our agenda, Mazi. Mazi, I do not forget. Don't forget. Jerusalem was captured, recaptured, and captured and recaptured more than 52 times. But it did not stop the Zionist movement. It did not stop them from coming together like we are doing today. Together. So the state of Israel. So when the Zionists was doing this, what we are doing today, Mazi, our people forget so easily.
What the Zionists did several years ago is what we are doing today. They have forgotten. Let me read this to you. The Zionists is a religious and political effort that brought thousands of Jews from around the world back to their ancient homeland in the Middle East. And what did they do? They re-established Israel as the central location for Jewish identity. But the shocking thing about what I read to you today is this. While the Zionists were doing this, those people you call professors, countries, dignitaries, they were criticizing Zionists. They were calling them aggressive and discriminatory ideology. Mazi, today they are calling us all sorts of names. They say we speak, that we are aggressive. They say we do all sorts of things. Mazi, anyone that is focused on a mission,
Mazi, please round up. You have less than 30 seconds, please.
In summary, Mazi, people must know who they are dealing with. We should stop offending the wrong people. There are many different kinds of people in the world, and you can never assume that everyone you react to, your strategy is the same way. We should know where to take our fight to. We should not be affecting every other person. International collaboration in fighting our freedom is very important, and we should stop fighting one another. We should take our fight to the people that we are fighting against. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And have a wonderful evening.
Well, thank you. Thank you. This is where I'm going to stop taking calls. Many calls have been coming, but it's obvious I can't pick all the calls. That is the reality. As I have asked about our agenda, what has been our agenda? We shout Fulanization. Since, something that started 1804, Fulanization agenda started by Ottoman Dan Fodio. They never stop. Even the amalgamation of, the amalgamation of North and South protectorates didn't stop them. The British interference of colonization of that entity, it didn't debar them, it didn't stop them. They meandered through the colonization. That is what is called consistency and the political people that are political, not people like us. Any slightest thing will become deviated. How can you achieve your aim? How? Any slightest thing, he's obedient, and now it's PVC. You start going. You forget your initial objective. Do you see? And after you start shouting, why? We are suffering. We are being marginalized. These tiny people, this tiny tribe, they are in control of everything. Why? This is the reason. Asina agwa diochukwu ihe ọhụrụ n'elunku na n'elungwo. You cannot drink even his wine. When they will tell you the rigors of the consistencies of these people, what they pass through, the way they meander but continue the same focus, you cannot do it. That is why they're on top. As I told our brother Mazi Nnamdi, we don't, I hate giving excuses. I say, don't contextualize failure or giving excuses for, this is why this is failed. No. You fail. Azikiwe failed, he failed. You don't need to start saying, please, imagine yourself in his shoe that time. No. What of people that were that time with him, but they succeeded in their own? What are you talking about it? So, why we are fighting, we fight all round. We continue being consistent. We focus on our agenda, common agenda. A people without common agenda is a people lost. That is it. The Fulani, they understand it. They understood this. And they understand. They understood this. Like one of our brothers rightly said in one of our interactive sessions. The Peshmerga fight, they are still, the Kurdistan, they are still there doing their own thing. Fighting. Suffering. No matter the years, no matter the decades they have been doing it, they will continue doing it. That is consistency. It is different from our people that are sentimental driven. They are people of sentiments. That is why war of less than 3 years, everybody pressure to our late general Ojukwu. The same Igbo people. Now leave this thing. Now declare, stop this. Everybody will die. Or this and that. People that are not consistent, they demoralize you. Look at what is happening. Little absence of our leader. Just little time. Look at what is happening. Every time the same thing. Look at. You start seeing people that come for money. People that come for political contact. People that come for different purposes, not focusing on our common goal. And you see that it is absurd. And you continue shouting and crying. Why are we suffering? Why are we scattered all over the world? Why is Fulani on top? Because of the way we behave. That is it. Now in our land, you see people are being used by our enemies in order to bring stains on IPOB. They kidnap, they write people letters in order to demand for money. Otherwise, I burn your house. These are, our leaders say we should not inculcate criminality into our restoration project. I've said this one time. There was a time, at the early time, people were even suggesting to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this is freedom fighting. Let us be hijacking people, kidnapping people, breaking banks to sponsor this struggle. Our leader said capital no. Of which even that time, I am one of those that agreed. I was saying it is good because it's a freedom fighting. Our leader staunchly said no. Once criminality enters into this struggle, that finish. Until now, we had no agenda. If, for example, Nigerian politicians of Igbo extraction, right from time, even before IPOB, you ask them, please, Oga, Madam, you're a politician. What is there for us as a people? What is our agenda? He will tell you, no, Nigeria, no, we are one Nigeria. I'm not a tribalist. Please, I'm a detribalized Nigeria. No, we have to follow Nigeria. They will talk Nigeria. But in the case of the caliphate, the Fulani, if maybe their people ask them secretly, what is your agenda on this Nigeria issue? They will tell them, don't worry, we know what you are doing. We have our agenda is Fulanization, right from Ottoman Danfodio, their great grandfather. Don't worry, we know what we are doing. Do you see the two answers? Do you see the two different people? That is why those they are on top and we are below. It is now that we understand, our eyes are open. It is better late than never. Though it's late, but it's not too late. That is why it is hard, and it's going to be hard. But it's not impossible to redo it. That is why we start by sanitizing our brains through this broadcast, through this platform, where we learn from each other, where we dispense enlightenment, so that we start thinking in another way. We start educating ourselves. That is updating ourselves, because the character we have, sometimes I see it as backward. We only have a knowledge of making money, only. Nothing more. No organization, no agenda, nothing. But now Biafra is our agenda. We will never prevaricate. It doesn't matter. As our brother said, it doesn't matter. You don't think about say, okay, death, you will die, and everything finished. No, you will come. If you fail, you come back and reincarnate and still fighting. I love that statement, honestly. So you don't have no excuse. Therefore, Biafra is our religion, is our agenda, is who we are, our identity. If you have any other identity other than Biafra, know that you have not started. Thank you for listening. From me, from here, it is simply good evening.
The land of the rising sun is a home of hope of the Biafrans.